Okay.
Did you read my note?
We're recording. Alrighty. What happened last session?
Uh,
So, last session was a wonderful session. And during that session, we stumbled upon the laying place of the Crescent King. But in order to do that, we found like sloped water, and we had to figure out a way to get down, and realized once we commit, we don't go back up. Once we go down, we you know, uh, whether a burp summoned it or not is really in question. Um, but a sea monster peeked up through this like cavern in the ground, and it was like Cerberus but a Hydra. So we ended up getting into a lengthy fight with this creature, and it beat us up. Like it really gave us a rough time. At one point, I was charmed, blind, and restrained, all at the same time.
The dream, honestly.
Yeah, it was an average Tuesday night, but it's we really had to like come together, try to beat this thing. We eventually, during the fight, realized that once you sever a head, you could cauterize the wound and keep the head shut with fire. So Ilaria would have been perfect here because we had fire.
Look, the Hydra actually secretly had like 3 other heads that Ilaria took care of on the side.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It was like a cat dog situation. It was in a different room.
Yeah. They were like connected via like a really long tail.
Yeah.
That went underground. Does anyone else want to take it from here, or do you want me just to rock on?
Oh, well, we were able to fight the Hydra, and through a combination of several people just wailing the hell out of it, right? And some good timing on cutting off heads and then immediately cauterizing heads. It thankfully didn't grow any extra heads, and we just freaking dunked on it. And after doing such, after it was finally good and dead, we got to explore a bit more of this under this like lower level of the Mermaid Temple. We broke through what we noticed to be a very thin wall and found a bit of a marked grave. It was pretty like not like fancy by any means, just a bunch of dirt, but we could see, we could dig it up. After we spent a bit of time, just no one brought a shovel to the mission to uncover the grave of a Crescent King, which is fine. We did our things, and we were able to find the bones, at least presumably the bones of the Crescent King, which we then took out of that little marked grave place, and instead, to try to put it to rest, the spirit of the Crescent King to rest, put it in the stone tomb that we thought had Ray's body in it, but in fact that was untrue because Ray's body was never recovered. So instead there was just a ring to remember them by. So we put the bones in the stone tomb that Ray was meant to be in. We put the ring on the bony finger, and we a couple of us, whether willing or not, chose to say a couple words in a bit of a funerary service to the Crescent King, who was, this guy who was trying to kill us and end the world. But at the same time, we're trying to just get his spirit at peace so the motherfucker can die. So we said what we could and let that be.
Now we just need to kill him.
Yeah, now we just need to actually kill the guy.
Well, we left off in the middle of the temple. I don't think you guys are on any like time crunch or anything.
That was a good amount of time since the water breathing spell.
Yeah, I still think we should at the very least take a short rest before we leave the safety of the temple. We have no
Yeah,
idea if
figure
those
it out.
merfolk are going to turn on us when they see how injured we are.
I, for one, would love a short rest.
Yeah.
Everybody who spends hit die gets an additional D8.
Sweet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
I'm
going
gonna-
to spend probably at least 2.
I'm gonna spend my last key to jolt heal myself.
We get additional D8, you said? I believe was...
Riki?
Okay. Ricky?
Well,
We get additional D8, you said? To
Yes.
hit die? Okay, sweet.
Is that for each hit die or just in general?
just if you spend 1 hit die, you get the D8. That's it.
Okay.
We're not immediately fighting him, right?
Well, you don't know where he is.
I'm going to do
Okay.
1 more hit die.
Well, hopefully we can fight him tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe we could just see like if his schedule's open tomorrow or something. You know?
We know roughly where he's headed. We just need
Do
to
we?
sort of get on his trail. We know where he's headed. He's headed to the. He's headed to the Maker's Finger. Right.
Mhm.
We have a map that roughly points us in the direction of Maker's Finger, so we'll be at least on his trail.
How far?
He's
are we
had
from
a
the
lot
Maker's
more
Finger?
time. He had a big head start. So.
Alec, correct me if I'm wrong. It's gonna take him a few days to get to that point, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We can transition to the other map if you want.
Or just gonna whoop.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's see. So, you guys are over here. I'm gonna delete all of this.
This might be a smooth brain question, but do you add anything to your hit die, or is it just a straight D8?
You don't add anything. No, you don't even add
Okay,
that
I
to
didn't.
this D8.
Okay,
Uh,
I didn't think so.
Oh well,
but-
to your
yeah.
D8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. You
Okay.
guys are over here.
I just saw like pluses to the hit dice in chat, and I was like, what?
well, okay, so the hit dice
Pending hit
add your
dice.
constitution, but for the D8 that Ricky gave us, you don't add anything.
Oh, so I can add my constitution to my hit die? Fuck, I
Yeah.
don't think
Ones
I've
that
ever
you're
done that
spending off
before.
of your character sheet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Oh, Tony.
Oh.
And he had enough health anyways.
I mean, yes, but still.
The pony.
Oh.
All right, well I can
Hit
add a
die
little
is-
bit more HP then.
It's like the same as like rolling to gain HP on level up. It works off the same idea.
I never knew. Yeah, I feel great.
You're fine.
That's why I just click the things off the sheet.
We're
It
all
does all the
learning.
math for me. I don't have to think.
Do we get our hit die every long rest?
You get half of them back.
Yeah.
For long rests.
Considering
What
we're
about-
at an odd level, do we round up or down?
Usually it's down.
You round down.
Okay, cool. I mean, we're about to do a week on the ocean, so I don't think it'll be a problem. But
Well, are you going to be doing a week on the ocean? Are you going to the same place that he is?
are we?
You guys got a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Yeah, I was
so
just-
question:
so-
Are we
so-
still
so do you
are we
guys-
still in like the Underdark? Not the Underdark, but are we
the-
still like in the
You are
underwater?
like taking a
we're
like
taking a
a
short
short rest in the water.
Okay,
But the ship didn't drop you off like super far. You're not gonna have to like, swim for a few days. Yeah, the ship is
hope
like
not.
the ship is right above you essentially.
It took us, I think you guys said like an hour to swim down, so probably about an hour to swim up.
Yeah, we're not gonna like have a whole thing of like you guys getting back to the boat. And...
It
We run
drifted
into
in the
those,
wind.
those
do.
two mermaids as we try to exit. Because how does this exit work? Because we got in here because there is a cave where there's like the water sort of spills out, and so we have like actual air down here. Right.
Right. Make a perception check.
So we would have to like climb back up into the water somehow. I'm not sure.
So if you go down and then up, there was an air pocket.
Oh.
No, I mean, I just say the location from where the Hydra came. You feel this like rush of like air kind of like pulling you in a little bit. And if all of you kind of like go in together, it seems to be leading into somewhere more open than this.
Really, really deep cavern. Should we jump into it? That's always the mental question. All right. Well, once we're all ready to head back out, I think we've got our exit.
Everybody ready to head out?
We're
Yep.
down here.
Guess so.
Yep.
Okay.
You're
You all
Oh.
take the. Oh, yes.
Oh, during the short rest, can I identify the belt we found in the Hydra stomach?
Yes, you may. Believe that's an Arcana check.
Yes. Ooh.
It's
Sorry.
actually not that. It's not a super demanding DC.
Okay.
It is a belt of returning.
Ah, interesting.
Also referred to as a blink back belt.
Not familiar.
Yeah, no, it's a super obscure item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you send Mark the sheet?
Hold on.
This is probably the best for Ilaria, I think. She's the only one that really uses throwing weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Riptide.
Not really like a Riptide moment, but if it makes you feel
The- the-
better.
Yeah. I will hand over the blink back belt to Ilaria and say, I think this would be best for you.
Ooh.
Whenever you can hold 4 weapons on it, and whenever you throw one of them, after it hits, it blinks back onto the belt.
It magically transports back regardless of a hit or miss.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, did you post the item anywhere on the disc?
I gave it to Mark.
Ooh.
So you can just post it in the group chat then.
Oh, okay.
Now Mark can give it to us.
Yeah, I'll let Ricky do it.
Oh. Let's go. No attunement items.
Okay, cool. Alright, anything else you guys are doing before you head out?
Mourning at how internally mourning at how much more fucked up my damn bandage is gonna get through a second round in the washer.
Okay.
alright, let's go.
As you all dive into this strange unknown kind of like pressure cave, you are like jettisoned through various like different tunnels, and then you wind up in a like underground cavern where you see a small kind of opening. Erland, very attuned to the stone, you kind of like immediately kind of like understand where like an air pocket could be, and you like lead the group to swim up towards the surface, and you wind up on the ocean floor and can pretty much just swim back up.
I know we can like breathe this and all that, but it still ain't gonna be fun. Stinks his head into it. Starts swimming out.
You swim through the water. You're after about an hour. You're back up on the surface. And as you kind of like break it is like a bit of a strange thing to get used to, as you've been like breathing water this entire time, but kind of like going back and forth. Not a great workout for your lungs, but you guys do see your ship off in the distance. At this point, you guys have spent like maybe a couple of hours down there, so it's maybe like
Three
afternoon.
short rests to my count.
3 short rests and then like going down and then up. So that's like what, 4 hours?
5 hours by itself.
Yeah, I think with my estimates we should be at like 5.5, 6, something
Yeah,
like
so
that.
it's like late afternoon, early evening.
God, we are going to be sore as fuck tomorrow. We just swam all day.
Yeah.
Brandy, your
And
voice
only
changed.
2 of us have a swim speed?
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so... I'm assuming all of you go back to the ship then? Or at least start making your way towards the ship?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You good?
No, it's just like I assume everyone would want to go back to this ship, and it's just like, no, I'll stay
Well,
back.
you guys just like go quiet, so we feel a need to ask.
Yeah, I'll stay in the ocean.
Okay, I mean,
Stay in the ocean.
Sarah would do that. She's like, I haven't had enough time yet.
Let me
My
swim
enrichment
longer.
time.
Yeah, my enrichment time. For Sarah's enrichment, Brandy ties like a little fish to a fishing pole and then like a cat toy. Plays around with it in the water.
Sarah does
What if
the
Sarah is the fish and Brandy just yeets
Yeah.
him into the water?
You know those videos of people like tossing their cats around the room, but like the cat finds it really fun. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Alright,
Wait.
back aboard the Salit Aban, the crew members, I'll offer you, like fresh towels and blankets, and some like warm tea.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Paramjeet just goes, you were down there for only, 5 hours. Are you sure you did the deed?
We fought a Hydra and defiled his grave and then buried him again. In another tomb.
Right. Okay. Glad you were all back safe.
Yeah, Shepard was blinded, restrained, and I don't know. At some
We're
point, he was
giving the
like,
Hydra the eyes, Shepard.
What?
Right. Okay.
It was terrible.
Well,
We're at least mostly sure that we took care of the whole situation.
that should be grand. Well, of course we're not expecting you all to do anything right now. You all seem, as they kind of point to like your face being like split open, Erland.
Yeah, we kind of
We'll give you maybe a minute to, but we should probably talk about what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna get dinner started.
Brandy is too tired to object.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's nap time for all of us.
You all just kind of trot back.
Not
to-
before Erlen finds his privacy and
Yeah.
finally fucking changes out his fucking bandages.
Everybody else kind of trots back to their rooms, and instantly just kind of like fall down into the hammocks, the beds. You are so
Thanks,
exhausted that like
face down.
Yeah. Everybody just like face plants. I think Indra just goes, "Can someone please just block out the light?" And I think everybody in the room is like too like tired to even lift a hand, so you all just like sleep with the curtains like drawn.
Maybe if I use my psychic powers and then I point my fingers to my head, I'm like, ugh! No, sorry, can't do that. Then I go to bed.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Sarah.
Ah!
Jump scare.
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
Hold
2.
on, I gotta roll dice. All right. I'm gonna have to add 22.
22. Despite you being exhausted, it takes you like maybe like 30 minutes to like really find the sweet spot as you're falling asleep. And it didn't really used to bother you before, this kind of like droning inside of your head that you've kind of like gotten used to. But now it's a little bit more of like a pounding headache, and it's probably because you're just so exhausted and like invoked so much like the name of Elgernon so much that like it's just taking its toll on you. And you do fall asleep eventually, but it's just really uncomfortable in the very beginning.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You all wake up the next day to a bright and sunny morning, sore as fuck, still kind of like tasting seawater. A couple of you need to like cough up like some water that's just been like resting in your lungs. But it's not as bad as some of you have had before. One thing for certain, you do need to come up with a plan of where you're going and what you're doing.
Shepard like kind of gets up and just like sort of like limps over to Indra. Not this morning.
Oh no.
You see Indra's just like already taking out like maps, like has a ruler. He's like measuring the distance between like Lomarin and then like the Crescent King's finger. He's using like the map that like Asan and Erland made, but he's like made adjustments to it. Just like looks at you, and you see his like face is like he's looks exhausted. There's like huge bags underneath his eyes, and he just goes, "We can't afford to take a rest day, you know that, right?"
I meant not our morning exercises.
Ah. Yeah, I mean, I already did my, push-ups. It's fine if we skip a day.
Oh, did you think Shepard meant like don't plan this morning?
That's what interests me.
Oh, he's like, no, I can't go for the morning run. I'm limping.
And was just like, yeah, that makes sense, but we should get everybody else up.
Yeah.
Guys, get the fuck up! Just without like any decorum.
That's the noise Alaria makes.
I think she's choking on the water.
Yeah. Having a moment. She's
Brandy.
driving.
Brandy's just rocking back and forth in the hammock. I'm sorry, I have a Sarah on me. I can't.
Oh.
She is dead. Tired.
Dead.
Oh god. You pause too much. Between She's dead.
That's right, introducing Renee's new character, the Crescent King.
Oh, no. Hey guys.
That's what he sounds like. Hey guys.
He was like, he had a very deep accent in it. He's like, hi guys.
Sorry, I've been so congested these past few weeks.
His past few years of being a zombie.
With the Maker's Finger, I
larynx,
finally
you know?
was able to clear out my sciences.
Thank you all. I love this weapon so.
Right. But as
Everyone's
everybody
just kind of picking
wakes
himself up.
yeah.
The sun looks great.
Of course,
He
it
slept
does.
with cucumbers over
Eventually
his
wakes
eyes.
up.
Yeah, of course. Somehow the salt water brought out even more volume for his hair, and he just looks luxurious.
Let's I guess gather the crew together. Get us all on the same page.
Well, do we want to discuss what we're doing before the crew?
That might be a good idea.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, let's come to them with a plan first. So,
Well, what do we want to do?
We need to hunt them down.
yeah.
That's what we're looking
It
at
took
here.
us about a week to get here, and then, about a day to do the whole situation. It's not exactly equidistant, but his ship might be a lot faster than ours, so we can assume he's gotten there and gotten
He's
it.
got it. Yeah.
Question is, what do we think he's planning on doing? Is he gonna go back somewhere else, or is he gonna go back to Lomarin, or...
I mean,
Doubt he has anything to do back at home. It's
Okay.
there's a few places he can go, but if he's going to hand this over to the Defender, these are the only two ports that are connected to the mainland. Asfana and Treviso.
we gotta kind of get on his tail somehow. But, yeah. Imagining he's got his prize, what he wants to do with it. Well, this whole deal is that he wanted to. Well, he might want to use it to make his whole undead crew just a little bit more themselves, I guess.
More
Whatever.
lively.
Whatever makes him and his crew clearly is missing a few things. Them being whole undead, constantly decomposing revenants and all that.
Okay, so he would... I mean, that would... We don't know what the finger does, but it would take a few days, right? So, would he try and expedite the process?
How would you expedite the process of using that on an entire crew like his?
Whoever wants to can make an Arcana check.
I will try.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. What did third one get?
A 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably take a while.
Alright, Asan. You know, not specifically for this ritual, but for any kind of ritual that is, like, trying to essentially, like, upcast the power of, like, a specific item or spell, you either need a lot of lyrium or a lot of blood. And you would know that a good chunk of lyrium is kept in mage circles all over Thedas because they needed to train mages and control Templars.
We should try to find probably a place with a mage circle.
Well,
He's gonna need a lot of lyrium for this.
the only one is in Dyer's Mood.
That's another main port, but I didn't... Do you think he's willing to make an entrance like that?
Does he need to?
He has the Maker's finger. He can do whatever he wants.
There's also the whole thing of, realistically, the fear that comes with his name is probably going to keep most people off the streets anyway. All he needs to do is show up and walk straight there.
Whatever he needs to do to fix himself and his folk is gonna need a lot of it.
A lot of lyrium.
Okay, So that's the only thing that would stop him right now. He would just
Well,
not
either
have
a lot
the
of
large
lyrium
supply.
or a lot of blood, but I think
And
lyrium
he
is
can do
the
both.
easier thing.
Do they even bleed the way they are?
Does it matter?
Either way, he's gonna have to go to a very heavily, like, populated area. Either because there's a mage circle there, or because there's thousands of innocent people.
Do we want to try and cut him off before that happens?
It's either that, or we try to beat him to Dyer's mood and prepare them for the worst.
No one's gonna listen to us. People think he's a fairy tale still.
Oh, well, at least we'll
Well,
tell them.
We don't need to tell them about the Crescent King. We are monster hunters. If we just say that there's a monster headed this way, and that we need to, raise all defenses.
Wait a second. The turtle.
Yeah.
No one... We never really handed that in.
Well,
Yeah, we never told anybody.
It's gone now.
but is it a good idea to let the king get that close to them? If what he needs is lyrium and people, then waiting
Cut
until
him
he
off,
gets
make
to
sure he
it,
can't have honor.
it just seems, I don't know, riskier.
And we're also risking a battle at sea.
That's fair.
His crew's good to us. They don't deserve whatever the king would put them through.
I mean, either way, even if we don't wait in the city, we should at least wait in the port, because there's a lot of a lot of ocean to cover, and worst case scenario is we try to find him along the way there, and he slips past us and beats us there.
Well,
I think we should set up shop, just off the coast of the port. Maybe a couple leagues or something.
yeah, and then
Just that we have a good view of all the ships that are entering and exiting.
once we see him, we
We move to intercept.
yeah.
Alright. Try to get there,
So, a little bit of both plans then? We're cutting him off, but not that far away from Dyer's Moon.
not letting him get close enough to cause a lot of damage. And we just try to prepare for our last stand. Get whatever last things we could. I mean, I know some of us still need stronger weapons. Anything we can get a hold on.
I mean, either way, I think we're going to have a head start on him.
Yeah. We are closer.
We could sail as quickly as we can to Dyer's Mood and, make it to port, shop around for an hour or two, and then set up shop a couple leagues offshore.
Mm-hmm.
I need a better bow.
How's that sound?
My only concern is it more dangerous to the well-being of more people to bring this fight to land, or to do it, in sea?
Well, we're either risking the crew on this boat by risking a sea battle, or we're risking folks on the coast of Dyer's Moon,
Well,
aren't we?
maybe we don't have to risk a sea battle. The
Maybe-
wolf does not notice the fly.
Maybe we just get on his ship and tell our crew to sail the fuck away.
Yeah.
Get him as far as possible. Leave us behind.
I think that's good.
We do or die, but yeah. All this kind of is. Alright. So,
I think either way, we're sailing straight to Dyer's Mood. Right?
Not that close. No,
So what? Maybe.
somewhere there. This corner.
I mean, we could just
It's
set up
very-
our ship there, intercept his, and then tell the crew to. But then again, if we don't succeed, then our crew's in the way.
If we don't succeed, then our crew can warn the others.
I think. I mean, I know everyone's probably attached to this ship. I am. Maybe we have them set us to a collision course and tell them to jump ship.
Jump ship.
And then we'll crash straight into him and go from there. Let the fight begin.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Alright.
We get close enough so that there's some kind of way for them to escape, right? The rest of
I
them.
mean, we've got dinghies. We'll just have them, over the side and ready. And once we're on the correct course, tell them to jump out and run.
Alternatively, we could ourselves go on like
The
the
dinghy and
small
try to
boats
get
and
on
save
the.
the ship.
I think he might be too fast for that.
But if we set up the collision course and we're on the lifeboats, then if we're lucky with the weather, he might not notice us.
I
That's
think
a
we can
big
jump
if.
on them.
I mean, I guess in the next few days we'll just see, and then our plan can accommodate that, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If we get. It also just depends on when the hell he's even going to reach theirs. I mean,
Truthfully,
if it's
yeah,
dark enough, if there's fog or something like that, we could use that as cover.
Interesting idea. If we think we're going to have like a day's heads up on him, do we go to Dyersmoot and buy explosives and pack them full into the ship's what's the front? The stern? Is that it?
Mm.
I'm still not good with the ship lingo. But if we think we're gonna have the time for it, maybe we pack the entire front of the ship with explosives.
Like the bow of the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
I can even make some if I get enough prep time.
I would just
I'm not
be
saying
really
it'll
sad
kill
to
him, but
let go
you
of
might-
the ship.
Hmm?
I'd be really sad to let go of the ship.
So would I. But I'd be more sad if we failed. Well, I guess I wouldn't feel anything because I wouldn't be here anymore.
No, you would not. But yeah, if we can get at least a little close there, smooth, right? Try to prep, get whatever we can get, right? We have a good haul from that mermaid temple, right? So
But we don't know how fast his ship is.
we really don't. That thing is supernatural. We don't know. We don't know if we even have the time for that. So we prepare what we can while we're on our route, and face them when we do. Alright, worst case scenario, right, we aren't even able to reach it. Right. Worst case, we're on the route there, and he's already on our asses. So the plan there is at that point just try to sneak onto his boat, have everyone on this ship just turn tail and run, and we try to stop the king before he can even reach land.
So what are the fail-safes for the crew?
Well, it's either we have them set us into a ramming position and then tell them to jump ship, or we set up some other type of ambush and have them nowhere nearby. DMs,
Yes.
are there any water mounts that we would be able to purchase at a port city?
Water mounts, as in.
Like a trained creature of some sort that has a swimming speed?
Probably not.
Probably not. There wouldn't be anything like that in Dragon Age. At least that we know of.
It's either we take this big ship and have to worry about either not having a crew and he might still slip by us, or destroying the ship just to get a good shot at him.
I think that's our best bet.
Well,
The ship can go, but like any sort of, if we can stop him in his tracks, at least slow him down, and that's a better shot of us actually getting on the damn boat.
well, the other thing I'm thinking, if we do have the time to get to Dyer's Mood first, if we, like, I mean, you know, as monster hunters, we do have some leeway in asking for favors. Do you think we could get a much smaller, faster ship, even just for like a week's rent? And, I mean, you know, if it's a ship that can be sailed with 1 or 2 people, we do have, like, brandy. If we go to a smaller, faster ship that's less complex, you know, we just tell the crew to hang out in Dyer's Mood, and we go off on our own.
We just. I don't know how optimistic I want to be about this whole thing. He made it here. He's probably already made it to where he needs to be. We're both headed in the same direction. At least I hope so. Then wanting to get to a large populated area with a lot of blood and presumably a lot of lyrium. So. I just think, screw it all, Brad. We just need to run headfirst and give up the boat, and I'm willing to do that. We can do that. Just
Either
let the
way,
rest
I
of the
don't
crew
think
escape.
I don't think we
That's the
can
moment.
let him get to town. We need to
Okay.
intercept him at sea.
Exactly.
So do we even
Us
want?
getting another smaller boat is kind of a pipe dream at this point.
Do we even want to risk going to Dyer's Mood?
I don't even
We
think
might miss him.
I think we have more of a chance to miss him on the open sea. I think if we set up shop, you know, within sight of the port, he's going to be pretty much directly heading at us. It's going to be a lot harder to miss him if we set up where he's going instead of trying to catch him along the way.
Maybe.
This is a question for DMs.
Hmm.
We're here right now? Like in
Yes.
this one? Okay. And this is where the we believe the Maker's Finger was?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Let me.
You.
There.
CK. Ooh.
Then well, if we think that the Crescent King ship might be faster, then why don't we do like a maneuver like this and then this to Dyer's Moon.
I was.
So
Yeah.
so we're able to just keep an eye out to see because if they would have to go this way most likely.
Or at least the most direct route.
Yeah, so if we take like a little bit of a swing, we can keep an eye on our tail, because even if they're faster, that means they'd catch up, and then we just have to do this out here.
Yeah.
And then we can We can tell the crew to divert path, and then we can just take a boat to him instead.
Mm-hmm.
Or do our best to just jump across, or do whatever we have to do at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DMs, just a quick question.
Hmm.
When we saw his ship, was there any, like, weaponry mounted on the ship? Because I'm just worried about, like, there was.
Yep.
It was made of fingernails.
Well, I meant, like, you
Yeah,
know,
a lot of
cannons, ballista,
uncut
things like
fingernails.
The greatest weapon of all. Yes,
So,
there
yes,
there were various weapons set up. Ones that you don't even know how they work. It was like cannons, but Asan wouldn't know that it's cannons.
Yeah, because gunpowder's not really a thing right
Yeah.
now.
The only thing is like I think maybe Erland would know about like black powder, maybe Alaria because of her past, but everybody else rather like just not really knowing like what the fuck black powder is or what it could be used for. But yeah, it did seem to be armed.
Okay. I think that might make things a bit more difficult about getting to him.
What if we just try our best to not get seen?
I still think a smaller ship might be better for that then.
There's a shot that we won't even make it to shore by the time the ship catches up to us, though. If it is that much faster.
I mean, and I know they're gonna hate this, if we really need to try to beat him there, and the crew is not really going to be working with us once the fight starts, we could ask them to, pull as much overtime as required to really get the ship going. They're gonna hate us for it, but
What do you mean pull overtime?
I just mean like less breaks, less downtime. It would absolutely suck, and I would hate to ask them to do that, but if this is an emergency, we could probably squeeze an extra real hour or two of sailing out a day. That's probably the reason why the Crescent King's ship is so fast, is none of them need to take breaks.
It's also probably magical.
Very.
Yes,
All right, let's think of something.
possibility.
Let's say we try this whole stealth plan, right? We're gonna take a smaller boat. We're gonna leave this boat behind. The rest of the crew can just be off on their way, right? Leave us behind. We're gonna take a smaller boat. We're gonna get up to the Crescent King's ship, right? How are we getting on? We just gonna climb up on there? Do any of y'all have any particular things you use to make that kind of height?
If we beat him to Dyer's mood where we get the ship, we can also probably get a couple of grappling hooks, things like that.
I mean,
I'm saying, what if this has to happen before any of us reach Dyer's?
I can teleport myself and one other person onto the ship.
I
Okay,
can
one.
climb up the ship. That shouldn't be an issue.
All right. I can jump. Anyone else?
I could probably jump too.
They could
Ilari's a good climber.
They could
So,
probably
that's fine.
climb. I don't know.
You might be the one I teleport with.
Got it.
I mean, Sarah
Okay.
can transform into any animal, so I don't think she has a problem.
So our stealth plan involves half of us just climbing up there, hopping up there by our own means, and the other half just teleportation or whatever Sarah said. That's how we get the drop on. This plan goes in motion as soon as we catch sight of the Crescent King. mean, imagine that he's behind us, not ahead of us, right? We're gonna
Yeah.
be taking a bit of a detour to go in at least as most direct of a path as we assume he'll take.
Yeah, I still think we should do something like this, just in case we're even with him.
We'll see.
I still think we should go to an intercept path, but, you know, maybe not a direct intercept path, more of an indirect one,
Well,
and
so
then go from there.
what Shepard mentioned, like, yeah.
Yeah, something like that, just not, you know, a right angle. I think we should try to lead our shot a bit.
I mean, I
What
guess we
angle?
could always maybe change our strategy depending on what Siren sees.
We could. I mean, we will definitely have some good scouting on him.
Yeah, you're our scout, so we're kind of pinning a lot of hopes on you here, man.
Yeah, you know, I can have Siren fly 100 feet in the air while I'm in the crow's nest, see through his eyes.
Mhm.
And he's got better eyes than I do.
That's not our day, right?
He's better at the day. Fun fact, hawks don't have night vision, at least in D&D 5e.
Wow.
Do you think? Wow.
But I
Okay,
still
so like, how much of a real bird is your bird?
he's a bird that I created, but he's a
Yeah.
bird.
But you explained it as like some kind of, it's like a spirit, some weird fade
Yeah.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
All right. But at the very least, it has some kind of physical body that you can see things out of, right? So you can tell that its eyes aren't too great during the night.
Sorry. One more time.
So it has some kind of physical body still, though, at least enough
Yeah.
to the point where you can tell that its eyes are worse through the night.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a spirit that has taken the physical form of a bird.
All
Like,
right.
for all intensive purposes, it's a bird.
It's a bird. All right. Just want to clarify that. I'm gonna give you a vial, right? And when night falls, right, we really can't risk us not seeing something, right? So good luck managing to get eye drops into a bird's eye, but use this.
Oh,
And he's gonna hand over one of his 2 vials of dark vision eye drops.
Alright, I can definitely try that. Siren's not
Alright.
gonna like it, but he listens.
Good.
Okay. So we have the rough outline of our plan, and we need to be flexible for change, right?
I think at the very least we have a direction and heading we can give the crew.
And let them know that we're not expecting them to stick around.
Yeah,
No, they shouldn't.
they should have the dinghies ready.
Mhm.
Well, we could ask Rika if she wants to come, but
I mean, you know, we'll give them the option. If they want to stay and fight, they're welcome
We
to.
got a lot
but
of fighters on this crew. Don't look like it.
we do completely understand that, you know, they don't have to.
Yeah.
And they should have the dinghies ready to abandon ship if needed.
We're gonna take one, aren't we? That's a stealth plan. I think it's better if we try to get the jump on him than just.
I'm just worried about how fast a rowboat is going to be.
That's if we're trying to catch up. If
If
they
he's
are
coming
on our...
towards us, we can at least try. We at least have some sort of plan to get on the boat from the dinghy.
I mean, with Shepard rowing, I think we might be able to make some good headway.
Yeah.
Pat Shepard on the arm.
I'll do
Sarah,
what I can.
you know how to like climb, right? You can like turn into some kind of little critter to get up on a boat if we need you to.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because we're gonna need you to do that to the Crescent King ship.
Okay.
our little stealth plan, Rat, is that all of us have at least some means of getting up onto the big man's boat from a smaller boat. We get the jump on him, that does better for us than just ramming full speed ahead using this boat as some kind of collateral. That way, our crew, no matter how far from land we are, right, can take this big ass ship and get to safety.
I still have that water elemental. We can always try to break his rudder.
You're gonna need to use absolutely everything at our disposal.
Yeah.
So, don't plan for a future altercation plan for this. It might not be it. We're going to take our ship into the direct path of what we assume is the Crescent King, right, headed towards Daresman. And we're going to have who knows how much time before he catches up to us. But as soon as he's in our sats, as soon as we got him scouted out, we split off from this crew. We take our little boat and we try to get the jump on him. With whatever we have, whatever we can prepare in next, however knows how long. And just give him everything we've got. Nope, it's not.
Yeah.
Is this a solid plan?
Yeah.
I think as solid as we can hope for.
Should we?
Best case scenario, he doesn't reach us in time. We get at least a little time in Daresman to prepare people, but I ain't even thinking that far ahead.
Should we get the crew in here?
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
time to tell them.
Okay. Later in the day, when do you guys find time to gather the crew and kind of sit them all down?
I mean, probably
Supper?
ASAP.
Oh,
Supper.
instantly? Okay.
Brekkie?
I mean, I think we're as close of a decision as we can be.
Okay.
Have a group meal. It's always a good time to lay down some good knowledge.
Yeah, Paramjeet serves everyone breakfast. You see the captain has a cup of what you assume is just completely plain black coffee. Everyone seems to be doing as well as they can be, considering not really knowing like what's going to happen. But as you guys kind of call a ship meeting, you gather below deck under the low torchlight. The map laid out before everyone, the group gathers, and you kind of relay your plan. If you guys wanted to say anything specific, go ahead, but the group gets the gist.
I think the only thing specifically was to see if like Rika had any interest.
In
in
staying
joining the fight. Yeah.
We don't expect any of y'all to come with us. Be safe, take the ship around. But
You see like Nadim and
And-
Layla exchange looks like, yeah, I'm not going.
if anyone else is willing to risk their lives to take down the biggest monster, well, save for the dragon turtle, that Yalto Bay's ever seen, then by all means, be part of the plan.
Shepard says, "Well, I know one or two of you," and like looks at Rika. Are
Anyone
very
who wants
like
to.
yeah, one or two of you are very capable in situations like this, and I would never pressure you to join, but if you want to, we could always use the help.
You see her face kind of morphs into like something a little conflicted, and she goes, "Listen, I'll go if you guys can guarantee the safety of everybody else, because I was kind of hired to be their bodyguard, And, you know, if their safety is guaranteed and they're not gonna, you know, become sacrifices for whatever the fuck is going on or get trampled by that stupid ship, yeah, I'm down. But, you know, I am a little worried.
I think we would do everything in our power to make sure the crew is safe.
We are putting ourselves out there. We're at least the plan there is, yeah, to take the smaller boat. As soon as we see that the King's ship is on our path, and get the drop on it. While the rest of y'all take this ship and just turn tail. So
Would you want us to stick around somewhere nearby so we can come pick you up once, you know, we don't feel the stench of an undead army?
Maybe nearby, but not too close.
Yeah.
depending on where we're at, if y'all can find somewhere off the coast of Dare's Moon, somewhere along these lines, then use that. Just keep yourself safe.
She turns to Beskar and goes, well, what do you think, Captain? You gonna be okay for a bit? Alone?
I think we should be fine. I mean, it's not our asses on the line. It's theirs first. And if they fail, we're all screwed anyway, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm just saying, if I go with them.
Oh yeah, we should be fine.
You see, she kind of looks like a little sad, but doesn't say anything.
If everything works out fine, right, and we need to pick up, we can keep one of our ascending stones with y'all. Give y'all the go ahead.
You see the crew nods along, and they all have like rather sullen faces.
I don't know y'all signed up for this. Ain't the usual kind of monster.
Baskar just stands up and like looks you in the eye, Ireland. I've been out on the seas for a very, very long time. I've met a lot of people, a lot of which are stupid, a lot of which are brave, and a lot of which I could not tell which. Right now, if you guys fail, I will be telling the story, regardless of if you succeed or not, that you were brave. But it's your end of everything. If it's going to be a tale about sacrifice, or if it's going to be a tale about a party of heroes. But regardless, my crew's getting the hell out of Dodge. And you are at least guaranteeing that from what you're telling me.
Worst case scenario, the ship's faster than we anticipate. We get more like an hour tops before we see him off the horizon getting too close to us. So we'll just be sure to be prepped around with all that we need and have our scapegoat just ready.
Yep. Yep. That all you wanted to talk about?
If I could just real quick, I'm hoping for this to go as smoothly as possible, and everyone returns fine. Everyone's okay. But for some reason we don't, I just sort of wanted to say that it's been an honor serving on a crew with all of you. Shepard kind of just bows his head and like takes a step back.
Rika just like punches you in the arm and goes, "Ah, come on." Yeah.
And this one's happy. Can't help that.
We, between my crew and your group, have had a multitude of differences. And I will not lie that I have doubted most of all of your abilities. In fact, I'm still a little doubtful. But I would like to say you livened up our lives a little bit for the few months that we've known you. You may not be part of the crew, but you are definitely friends of mine.
Ah, you big softy.
Careful. Don't go spreading that lie around.
For now, we got our head in. Best we can do left is get ourselves ready.
All right.
A lot of work to do.
Donna last day party, and Rika vanishes, seemingly looking for the good looker.
She's not actually gonna come back and try to start a party or something, is she?
I mean, what are you gonna do with your last day on Earth, Erland? Thetis. Sorry, fourth wall. We'll repair you soon.
We're not even on the Earth, right? We're like at sea. I get what you mean, but
But you get what I mean.
yeah, that doesn't feel like we can afford that kind of luxury, but at the same time, who knows what's gonna happen tomorrow, day after, whatever happens best. So I'll just be quiet.
Alright, we will begin.
This-
Oh, what's up?
Oh, sorry. This is random.
Go ahead.
But would we all remember say like what the Crescent King's flag looks like?
Yes. It is a
Okay, cool.
black flag, and just a crescent moon above it. White on black. Very, very classical. Very simple, Keeps it classy.
Real classy.
as he's coming to burn down your ship.
The fuck your shit up, but I'm classy.
He's a man of taste. Okay, so the way this will work is I will roll a few dice to determine like speed of both of your ships, weather, and like what time of day. Essentially kind of like luck checks, but you can do things to like if you like dedicate the entire day to like helping out the crew and working on the ship, that'll like be in your favor if I roll the dice to see like how fast your ship is going versus how fast the Crescent King ship is going. Additionally, you won't really know what's happening or have like any sense of where you are unless there are like dedicated people to looking around in the vicinity. And we'll give you like a little bit of a heads up in case there's like anything you guys want to do as like a final like moment, because I'm gonna be honest, this is like the final battle of this arc. So yeah,
Until then,
yeah. Did you want to say something, Ricky?
I was just going to say, until then, you guys most likely have at least a few days.
Well, that depends on
Which-
the dice rolls.
That's true.
Yeah. So, I will ask everybody two things. If you're doing something specifically to help the ship, or like in some way, like you're helping out the ship with speed, you're looking around, you're trying to kind of like get a sense of the weather patterns will allow that, or like anything else you can think of, let me know, because that will take precedent over literally anything else you do. If you're not doing any ship stuff, I'd say you guys have like 1 day for certain, and then we'll see based on the dice rolls from there. So if nobody's doing ship stuff for the first day, is there anything like roleplay wise, character wise, preparation wise that you guys want to accomplish?
Last day on Earth.
Uh,
Last day on Thetis. I mean, if that's how we're gonna treat this, at least this specific day,
Well,
then
you
like
don't.
hell
You
yeah.
you don't know is the thing.
You don't know.
Like right now, like you'll know at the end of the day, like if you're facing the Crescent King, or not. But for now, you're not like your character wouldn't know essentially.
Then actually, would we want to take the short break now, collect the thoughts, and then come back and then like have the concrete plans for things?
Yeah, sure, that sounds good.
'Cause it sticks.
All right, yeah. Do people want to come back at what 6:15?
Sure.
Woot!
Got
All right, and we're back to recording.
Recording.
We're recording.
Recording.
Recording. Alrighty. So, you guys have like 1 guaranteed day, and then whatever happens happens. So is anyone yeah, so like what are people doing specifically to like help the ship in what you guys are doing?
Can I, with Siren's eyes, try to help predict the weather? Because he'd just have better line of sight of like distant cloud formations.
Yeah, sure. I'll allow that. Yeah, make a perception check with advantage.
Alright, give me uno momento. I need to open up Siren's sheet. Perception.
Oh,
Goddamn, Siren.
would you like to use your reroll for the session?
Oh man.
Ricky.
Guys, clear skies ahead.
No, we'll have more
Wait.
days. We'll have more days for me to try this. I don't need to burn it now. We'll just deal with the loss.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
hope
hopefully
that
have more
tomorrow.
days.
It's not
Yeah.
even an issue of Siren not being able to see. Like you can see the cloud formations, you just have no idea what the fuck they mean.
One is fluffy.
You're just
Can
like,
I
wow,
help
fluffy
him?
clouds ahead.
Like the
I'm
only like cloud and weather formation you would definitively know without any training is a dark cloud
Yeah.
means that is a storm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read up on. I'm actually gonna ask Buskar later that night for some sailor's wisdom about weather, so that hopefully tomorrow, when I see clouds, I know what clouds mean.
All right. Anybody else that is doing specifically something regarding to the ship, how fast you're moving, like, looking around for signs of Crescent King, like in that regard?
I would be looking around for the crest.
Okay. How are you doing that? Are you just standing on the ship on the in the crow's nest, or?
I start off in the crow's nest, but then realize I can transform and fly around.
I just love how Sarah has like short-term memory loss.
She's like, alright, I'm here, but I can be over there.
Yeah. Alright, you transform into a little bird and you and Siren pass each other on the way. Though, except this time it's the sea wolf and he just, like, spits at you.
Motherfucker.
Did he just call me a slur?
Called me a bird slur.
It's a bird slur.
I didn't call you a maggot. I called you.
Someone stop her before she actually says it!
Classic Seawolf, am I right?
Classic Hanukkah. This is why she wasn't here for the past couple of sessions.
I got censored.
She got censored
She
on
was,
Twitch.
She was actually serving a 3-session suspension
Yeah.
for dropping too many stories.
Yeah,
actually.
we were like, come on,
Yeah,
man. All right, Sarah would give me a perception check. What kind of bird are you transforming to?
Can I transform into an albatross?
Sure, yeah, I'll say with advantage then.
Awesome.
'Cause that
Not
was so
the old
specific.
mariner's rhyme.
Yeah.
Bad
No one
luck.
shoot that albatross.
No. Okay,
Hell.
awesome. 19.
19. You do not see anything in, like, you know, within, like, 500 feet of you guys. The Crescent King is not, like, sneaking up on you or anything, and you're pretty sure you're safe for tonight.
Okay, cool.
Swag.
And I land, and then I tell Hassan that the bird called me a slur.
Which one?
That one. Your bird called me a slur.
Siri
on.
would never.
Slur.
I would like to do something with Erland.
Okay.
Or at least I would like to ask Erland a question.
You're not helping the ship. Okay.
No, I am. It requires alchemical things as well as food. So just a very rapid knocking. And it does not let up until the door opens.
I think
Gets
right
up.
now, like, Nadim and Erland are, like, cranking out as many potions as possible.
Literally. I like you're gonna ask, like, what am I doing to help the crew? I'm making potions.
Yeah, you and Nadim are, like, in the workshop from, like, sun up to sundown, just
Right.
like, we gotta get these, so we'll do
doing
your
what we
checks
can.
afterward, but, Brandy, go.
Yeah, I opened the door.
Okay, do you have anything that does the opposite of your sleep helper things?
Something like
Is that
Do
Xanax.
you have something that keeps you awake longer?
I'm glad you asked. Monster Energy is sponsored this video.
This session is brought to you by Monster Energy.
I guess I could put something together. Or maybe take an hour. I gotta think about my recipes.
Good, I'm
Food
making
I got.
soup tonight.
What?
Slam store.
Oh god, she's spiking our
Just gonna
soup.
put it in the soup? Like what? All right.
And yeah, Alec,
Yes.
whatever Erland comes up with to help with the energy thing, I'm putting that in the soup for the crew's food.
Oh my god, she's spiking us all.
I'm spiking you with monster.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Not actual Monster Energy drink.
so,
No.
aside from that being, like, a violation of their human rights, and
Not
just,
everyone
like,
on the ship is human.
the most, like, awful thing you can do to, like, a crew member, what are you trying to get out of this?
Asan said that he would have asked the crew to pull longer shifts.
You're not asking anymore.
Yeah, do you want to
Not
ask
asking
the
them.
crew if they want to pull longer shifts?
I
and that you might have an energy?
I was waiting for Asan to bring that up at any point, and that was
No,
literally going to be my
because you
entire
said
plan.
I'm going to put it in the soup.
Soup.
No.
Soup.
All right.
So
After okay, then
are you
after-
poison? Okay, I will ask. Are you poisoning the crew?
I'm not poisoning
Okay.
the crew. However, I am still going to ask them. Like, look, we need to work much longer hours than we're all fucking used to.
The we in this equation is just gonna be the crew, because if you guys don't sleep, you will take a level of exhaustion.
Yes.
So there's not a we here, it's more of a you need to work more
It's a you
hours.
problem.
But I am still going to ask the crew, like,
Okay,
Look,
okay.
I want to.
We'll
I-
roleplay this. We'll roleplay this.
Yeah.
You find Paramjeet, who is the boatswain. Who you're not gonna bother the captain, because like as soon as you like begin to approach him, like Paramjeet stops you and goes, "Oh, do you need something right now?
Yes.
We're all like rather busy.
That's actually why I wanted to come to you.
Yes.
In order for us to gain distance, in order for us to actually be alert and, alive when he gets here, and when we cross paths with him, we're going to need. You guys are going to most likely need to pull longer shifts for this. I want to help in my own way. I know how to make more energy-dense food, and maybe Erland can devise something that can help with just being more active.
How safe are these potions? Have they been tested before?
I trust Erland with my heart and soul. Literally at every single point, all of his potions have saved my life. They are completely safe.
That's great. For how long would we need to, work during the night?
I honestly don't know, but we need to get distance now. So if we can probably get this first night, maybe we can relax the second day.
Make a persuasion check.
All right. I am great at those. I'm great at those.
They say, I'd really rather not risk it, especially with something untested. Maybe if you could, I don't know, show me that it truly does work and it's not, harmful to our crew in any way, because we will have to, still man the ship after this whole thing is over. So, if you could perhaps show me that this works and it's not dangerous, we could try, but for now I'm...
What do you want me to do that then?
Imbibe it yourself?
I will do that.
And they just nod and then like scurry off to man the sails.
As soon as Erland's done with that, I am going to be the test subject for Paramjeet.
Okay.
I did also want to do something with Sarah, but we can save that for the end.
Is it like a roleplay scene or
Yes.
boats? Okay. Then yeah. Anybody else doing anything boat related, because Erland's gonna be making like 50 checks.
Yes.
Yes.
So, if someone else would like to go first, that's okay.
Tony Shepard could go first.
Yeah, you go.
Alright. What?
Yeah, Tony, go.
Oh, okay. I was Shepard just normally mans the sails, so Shepard is putting 100% of his effort into manning the sails to make the boat as fast as possible.
Okay. Would Brandy tell Shepard about this like energy thing that she's trying to do?
Honestly, I think Brandy would tell him just so that way she has two test subjects. Herself and Shepard, because she knows Shepard's a very high constitution person. So if this does go bad, the only one truly getting hurt is most likely herself.
Alright. So Shepard, you know that Brandy might be trying to like concoct some sort of like weird energy thing. So are you putting in like 100% of your energy during the day and then during the night, or are you gonna like back off and wait until this like this potion is like ready and then maybe see you later?
I was planning on just trying to like bang out as much time as possible while the crew is working.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay.
I guess
well
yeah.
I mean like there's gonna be like multiple days if you guys are lucky, so since like Serdwood didn't see like the Crescent King's ship like nearby at all, like you guys have tonight and then like tomorrow morning. So like you could, definitely make multiple checks. But like if you're manning the sails, I'd say make an athletics check.
Sounds good. That is a modified 20.
Okay. Anyone else? I think Ilaria, you had something?
Yes, sorry. I was playing with the ceiling fan. Yeah, Ilaria was totally playing with the ceiling fan. But that's totally the basement, so to speak, of the place. What?
Hold?
The what?
The hold?
Yes, definitely that word. What is... Do we still have animals in the hold / what cargo is in there?
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to, since we're doing the whole battering ram situation, I'd like to kind of, try to give our ship as much damage as possible.
We're not doing battering ram at the moment. Right now, the plan is to go sneaky. Take a small boat, get close to it, and then like board their ship, while the rest of our crew escapes with this ship.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Okay, so did you like want to change your plans, like knowing that?
I would like to check in on the animals. What animals and what like...
Well, you have the 2 Hala and then Indra's dog.
Okay.
Speaking of which, now we're definitely not going with the battery rams.
Dog we live our lives
you
for.
were like, you know what? This ship can die. Wait, my fucking Hala.
Yeah.
My
no,
Hala and Ash.
I feel like in the back of Hassan's head, he already figured that out. He's like, wait a second. Wait, we gotta pivot this plan.
I do love how it took Ilaria to be like, we have animals down there, right, guys? They're still alive, right?
Yeah,
Who fed
the
them?
guardian of life.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Pulling it up. Give it a second. Oh. I am 1 with the animals.
Did you get a natural 20?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you notice that their posture is a little bit like ruffled, and this is something that you've witnessed that like the Hala and Ash do before a thunderstorm.
Oh.
So there is a storm approaching you guys.
I'm a little wary of Ash. Could I try to calm the animals, kind of like a... She's more familiar with horses. Would horse logic apply with Hala?
You got a natural 20 with your animal handling. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, swag.
You offer them some treats, kind of like brush the Hala's mane a little bit. You've seen like
Are they still freaking out?
and Saradwin. I mean, they're not like freaking out. It's mostly just like the animals feeling the fact that like a thunderstorm is approaching, and that's how you know that a thunderstorm is approaching. But like after you calm them down, they're not like, as like freaked out or anything anymore, and they kind of, like settle in, knowing that like they are remembered and taken care of.
Oh, on that note, I know, not including my rat, but I know there are rats on this ship.
Mm-hmm.
Can I suss out their behavior?
What are you trying to suss out?
Like, are they also affected? Like, what? I'm trying to figure out if this storm is natural, or like all the animals are like, like the crescent ship. Well,
I'd say you wouldn't get
the
that
night...
from. I'd say you wouldn't get that from the rats, but you might want to talk to like your party members, especially like the ones that are attuned to magic, and see if like they feel anything specific. I don't want to talk to Asan and Sarah when they're freaky. I want to talk to the rats.
I'm gonna talk to Sarah. It's in my mind. I'm like, yes, Sarah is a part animal, basically, right? No.
She's a furry.
She's a furry. All druids are furries.
She's gonna seek out Sarah and report her findings.
And I'm guessing this is like right after she tells Asan about being called a slur.
Yeah, he called me these horrible things. Oh, hi, Ilaria.
Yeah, did you hear
Hi.
that freaking Siren called me a maggot? That's crazy.
A maggot?
Yeah, he called me a maggot. But I think it
Huh.
started with an F. Anyways,
I like how she can't spell it out.
I don't want to be banned on Twitch.
They look the same.
Well, anyways, I don't know why he would call me a bundle of sticks. What do you need, Ilaria?
God.
We need to stop.
Okay.
My friends watch these streams, by the way.
I don't know if this aligns with the whole mage situation, but back in no, not Asana. Oh my god.
I understand.
It's been a hot second. Back in Loverin, before Mr. Crescent King Sir made his presence, it was like slightly colder and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your Hala and Ash are freaking out a little bit. And sure, it might be a regular thunderstorm, might be just a regular hurricane, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't Mr. He Who Must Not Be Named coming on through.
Oh, yeah. You want me to ask the animals?
Oh yeah. Oh, you could talk. I forgot you could talk to them.
Yeah, I could talk to them.
Well, you could also like attune to your like god if you want.
I could also talk to God.
I
Can she
think
blink?
Just girly things.
Yeah. Just girly things. Talking to your god.
I'll talk to the animals, and if they don't give me results I want, I'll ask God.
Okay. You go to the hall, approach the animals.
Hello, animals. It is I, Saradwin.
Aldwin's like, oh, that bitch.
No, Hollywood likes me now.
Yeah. Ricky,
Give
do you
her
want to
a
speak
treat.
for the animals, or should I?
Yes, I shall speak for the animals.
Oh my god, the
Who
animals.
are you speaking
animals
with
sound.
first? Who are you speaking with first?
I'm gonna ask Hollywood.
Hey.
Hey. I've been like feeling a little weird about the atmosphere lately.
Oh yeah, no, this, all not right. Just not right. I
Yeah.
hear something in the distance. I think it's thunder.
The vibes are off, right?
Its
But
vibes
nothing
are
like,
super off.
but nothing like supernatural and spooky.
No.
All right,
No,
that's
no, I'd
great.
be freaking out a lot more about that. But you know, your friend over there, like, she helped me calm down a little bit. You know.
Oh, that's nice.
I know.
Well, here's another treat.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's like sugar.
Hollywood is
A
from
single
Ohio.
sugar cube.
You.
Oh no, yeah, the weather is.
It's an edible.
It just helps me take the edge off.
So you asked Hollywood.
This is sugar. This one is for me.
This is sugar. This one is for me.
Laced with monster.
So cocaine.
How else am I supposed to see God?
Oh, that's a good point. No, that's
Hollywood is a valley hero.
No, that's generous.
Hey, Fenris.
What?
Don't look at me like that. You're not feeling any ghosts, right?
No.
No.
If you
Okay.
listened to her, maybe you would have actually heard the answer.
She tells me in a nice way. Okay.
Well, if you didn't want my answer, you shouldn't have asked.
God, you're just like a son. Anyways. Alright, thank you, Hollowin.
Thank you so much, bestie.
Oh, quick question.
Hmm.
What was your name?
What?
What was your name before I named you Hollowin?
What?
You know what?
Haldwin has short-term memory.
Aw.
I'll see you later.
all the
Oh,
weed.
just like Sarid.
It's all the weed.
Have completely forgotten that Sarid stole her.
I don't think they even know, like, what names are.
That what was
Yeah.
more out of confusion than actual looking for an answer.
What?
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 I had a name. My people call me.
That's cray cray. Okay.
So yeah, you discern through speaking with both of the Hala that there is a storm approaching, but it is not like magical in any way, shape, or form.
Alright, Ilaria. It's okay. We're going to. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a little rainstorm.
Annika said she's going to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Ilaria just left.
She just left. Alright, I think that was everybody. Erland, what's up, man?
So, first thing is that, so Erland flips through a little booklet, right? And it just sort of like whispers over to Nadine. So how exactly do I tell her that I don't have like this, like an energy thing?
I mean, I've got one, but I only take it whenever I need to, like, run a mile, and I don't really do that.
I mean, can't we just like give everyone like a lot of coffee or something, or shit?
I mean, we could. Here's the
Because I
thing.
don't want to like just toss an entire like that monstrous energy kind of concoction. That thing ain't safe for like people to just be drinking. Like,
Well,
that's like in the moment, real dangerous tap.
what did you use for the monster? Maybe we could, like, dilute it somehow?
My best bet is that maybe I can put together like I think I had something like that on me. Hold on. And DMs. So I had a common stamina potion on me.
Mm-hmm.
At least I feel like I used it at some point. It's no longer at any of all my things.
I think you might have used it to replenish ki at some point.
Yeah, because I thought that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
its effect on me would be.
Yes, on you.
But yeah, that's the one thing. It's like I had one of those, but I don't think I like really have an understanding of how to really make one on my own, unless it's like.
Stamina potions are pretty common, actually, so Nadim would know.
The demon though.
So he kind of like flips through like his own notes, and they are.
I hold up like a used potion vial. I'm like, I don't think there's much you can really get out of this.
It's fine. We can just brew one. Get that away from my face. Ugh.
Not bad.
You see his notes are completely like wildly disorganized. There's like little bookmarks sticking out of like every edge, and the paper is like all crinkled and like wet because like things have been spilled over it several times over. He like flips through them, and you're not sure why the stamina potions are like at the very back of the book, but whatever. There's a method to his madness, perhaps. Scrolls through the ingredients, goes, "You have deep mushroom on you, right?"
I should, yeah.
Okay, yeah, then we can brew one.
I did.
I'm pretty sure you did, because you guys like have been to caves a lot and you've collected some.
We have.
I
We
specifically
collected
remember-
deep mushroom. I just don't remember if we've used it, because maybe I'm just really bad at tracking what's in my freaking inventory. I have so many things.
It's all right. You are tracking also like the group's inventory.
Exactly.
So if it's something small like deep mushroom, like you can assume you always have
Because
like
I
a
know
little bit.
you've specifically given us that before.
Yeah. So for this point, like it's fine. You're only brewing like the one stamina potion. So Nadim begins brewing that. How many potions are you brewing? Remember that, like, because you're working with Nadim, your time to brew them all is cut in half. So,
Yeah, that's the.
and you
that's
have
the
like
tough part.
pretty much like a full 24 hours.
Right, but I'm also because the usual quote unquote work day, right? D&D is like the 8 hour thing, but like with us, like it's kind of like trying to fit what we can within like 12,
Yeah, essentially.
and also like because like given time to actually like sleep, eat, do other things with our day, right? So I'm sitting here like stamina potions. Those are very nice. So are potions of healing. Are staminas also, if they're like a more common recipe, do they go under like the common tab, like DC
They
8
have
hours,
they have the same amount as
like a
so they
healing
have like
potion?
common, like uncommon, rare, very rare, etc. So like they have like different
Gotcha.
varies of like degree based on like how they work, based on like the amount of hours you spend. So
Right.
if you want to
So
brew like the most basic one, it would be uncommon.
an uncommon, oh, uncommon rarity then.
Hmm.
Okay, uncommon rarity because that's a DC 12, 24 hours usually, but if we were to work together, split that down to 12, get it done within a day. Oof. So that's an idea. We'd be able to make one. We'd be able to make one solid dose of the stamina potion,
Mhm.
which could then, I guess, be used in cooking.
You could give to the crew, and you're pretty
Yeah.
sure it would give them like a little bit of a boost of energy.
A bit of a
Especially because
boost.
like if you dilute it enough, it's not gonna like give them that rush, and you could use it over like a couple of
Sure.
days.
Right.
So like Nadim will be brewing that, and like with your help, that'll be cut down to, you know what? I'll roll a brew check for him. Okay, yeah.
And then
So
usually just with the resource cost, that'd be 100 Gs, which I'm willing to throw into the
well,
pot
because you
here.
had the deep mushrooms, it would be cut in half.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah. So Nadim is working on that. That'll take him like the entire time, and then he's also helping you with whatever you want to brew.
Incredible. All right. Because then with 12 hours, right? I'm wanting to check in with everyone because I've given them all, I've given like so many like different like potions and things. Who here actually has a healing potion on them? Greater and regular.
I have a greater and a regular.
I
You
have
one of
one
each. You're
common.
good.
I just
You have
have
one
one
common.
regular. I don't have a greater anymore.
And you have one. Both of you have one common.
I have
Okay.
3 common healing potions.
You have 3.
Okay, everybody put the amount of potions they have in the chat, so it's easier to see.
Yeah, because basically the ones I'm worried about mainly are Ilaria, Asan, Shepherd, and kind of Brandy. Basically, it's only you 3 don't have some innate ability to heal.
I'll give one of mine to Asan then.
Yeah, you give one to Asan. Sarah used both of hers, so let's do it like this. All right. We don't exactly have the time to make a graders is the one unfortunate situation. But we can make a fuck ton of commons. So within 12 hours, let's say that we make 3 commons, cutting that time down in half to bring that 8-hour DC8 to 4-hour DC8 with 25 Gs a pop. We'll make 3 commons and use that so that like our 3 non-Healy guys have 2 each. San has 2 basic because Indra is a sharing guy, and then Sarad will get 2, I guess. Well, Ilaria will get 2, if she doesn't already, and
Wait, is
Shepard will get
Ilaria,
1 more.
Annika, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
How many healing potions do you have?
I'm pretty sure nada. I'm double checking. Nada. Yeah, I feel like
We're
I
getting
used it.
you 2, and then Shepard 1 more. And then I think we'll be okay.
So
I mean,
what is
Sarah
that?
doesn't have
Is that
any
5? Is that
problems.
5 common healing potions?
We'll make it 3. We don't have the time for 3,
Oh,
at
okay,
least
okay,
not,
okay.
at least for today.
Okay,
So if we don't have the time for today, then we'll make 3.
Gotcha. So 3 common healing potions. Roll those checks with advantage because Nadim is helping.
That's 75. And bank there. Down to 297.
Well, remember because you have like the elf fruit that Ilaria gave you, like it always gets cut down.
Shoot, you're right. Yeah. So it's like 37 and a half. That's like a confusing number. We'll get to the math
Just
of that at a
round
different
down.
time.
Or
Everything
like
gets
Different time we'll
or
get
like
to the
silver
math of it.
pieces. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or silver
So
pieces.
we're gonna go alchemist. Click 1, 2. Let's go. Because it's a DC 8 on a common. Let's go.
Excellent. All right, so you're saying Alaria gets 1, Sarah gets 1, and then Shepard gets 1.
I think that's the best distribution. Yeah.
Okay, everybody got that?
Yeah.
So 1 comment each.
Yeah. So 1 for you, 1 for Sarah, 1 for Shepard.
Yippee!
Okay.
Shepard will be up to 2. So then, Ilaria, you'll
Yeah.
take one of mine. I have one spare healing on me. You take one of mine. You can have 2. Sarah will have 1, and Big Guy will have 2.
Sweet.
Everyone's got backups. There we go. So that's one day of potion making. Tomorrow we might work on making pipe bombs if you have the time. 37.5. Also 37.
Okay, I believe that was everybody. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to roll a d6 in the chat. 3 or below, you guys are going to bump into the Crescent King. 4 and above, you will be a little bit like ahead of them.
Oh, jeez.
However, because
Like immediately?
Yep, because Shepard is helping with the sails and exerting his energy, and because Brandy, you taste the stamina potion, that diluted stamina potion, and you get this like little buzz in your body that like instantly like shoots your eyes open, and just give me a con save. Like nothing like bad is gonna happen. It's more so just how like your body reacts to it. 20. It's really energizing, and it's like a stronger, it's like a 5-hour energy essentially, like a stronger coffee. So like, you know, you're gonna have this energy, you know you're gonna crash afterward, and you know you shouldn't take it like, you know, as often as you can, but like if you want to push the crew, you know it's safe, it's just gonna suck like after they crash, like at the end of this whole like work week.
Yeah. So I am going to go to Paramjeet with these results. Like, is this okay now?
They sigh and just go, you know, you are doing a really wonderful thing of your own accord for this entire nation. So, as long as you say it's safe, as long as we're not going to be harmed, then we will do what we can to support you. Do you just like give them a shot of the stamina?
I will
potion?
like tell Paramjeet, like, I will warn you, currently we are going to crash later. Our energy will not be up to keep, we will not, you get my point.
That's something to worry about for later, and they just down the stamina. And just, you've never seen Paramjeet take like a sip of alcohol, but they knock it back like in a very practiced manner, give it back to you and go, okay, and just walk out.
And I distribute all of this to the crew.
Alright, do you give some to Shepard?
Yes.
Okay. Shepard, make another athletics check with advantage.
Ooh.
And the DC is much lower because this kind of like takes into account the entire crew working. So it's like a DC
That is
10.
a 21.
Okay, great. So
did anyone tell the crew that there is a storm coming?
Oh,
if you guys want to do that now, you can. I assume that like
Yes,
all
I'm coming!
the information that you glean from like this kind of stuff, I assume it's shared in between you guys, unless you say like actively, I am trying to keep this a secret.
Thanks.
So
It was
yeah.
just no one outright said, like, I'm gonna tell the crew that there's a storm coming. And I'm like, guys,
Kaka!
say
Kaka!
something!
So like I think Saradwin maybe like offhandedly mentions it, and Asana's just like, "This is really important information," and tells the entire crew.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
blah,
Maybe
blah,
the
blah,
crew
blah,
should
blah.
know this.
Yeah.
Talking about
So they can
something else,
prepare
and
for
then
the
there's a
storm.
storm.
Yeah. So the storm doesn't come this night. But you know that it is approaching, and it might like overtake you guys en route to the like with the Crescent King. So before it was a 3 or lower, you will bump into him. Now it is on a 1. If it's any number, yes.
If this does not go in a way that helps us, do we still get the time to like do our role play
You will have like the time to like because like we want you guys to like talk to each other before like several of you fucking die. So yes, you will get like a moment where like you can feel him approach. Yeah. But
I mean like before. I mean like dinner time.
Yeah, sure. But
like
I will
our one day
I will
that we
I will just roll this now so everybody knows like
when.
Yeah. So I just don't have to roll a 1. That's like the only thing.
Oh my god.
I knew it. I didn't get that.
Hold on.
Once per session reroll.
Can anybody use their reroll on this?
Nah,
Alex?
dude.
All right.
That's just the hand of fate, bro. That's just the hand of fate.
Oh no.
Here's the thing,
We
like that
are
was
at
like
least
the
pretty
worst
good.
possible. Like,
You kept
You guys-
jinxing it.
you guys did so much.
Oh.
So, I'd say maybe like Asan and Saradwin, you guys kind of like take turns doing like a perimeter check every once in a while. Asan, as Siren is flying over this darkening ocean, you momentarily lose connection with him, even though you know that, like, he is nowhere near, like, far away enough. And there seems to be some sort of weird trigger in the veil, the thing that separates the waking world from the fade, the dreaming world. And as this like momentary lapse happens, there's now a large collection of mist and clouds that slowly overtake the rolling waves, and a ship that you could have sworn could not have been there before emerges. Long sails, full yet tattered. It should not be able to sail as fast as it is, and it is going very much in the direction that you are all in. You have
We're fucked.
maybe a couple of hours as do you recall Siren in that moment?
I recall Siren, and I'm immediately like running through the ship. Everyone up
Morning?
now!
See, like Indra just like chokes on his teeth.
What is the timing of this? Is this like the morning? Because you said we had like one full day and then.
You had the one full day. So you
Okay,
had
so we
like
still get to have our.
You had the day. You took a long rest, and this is the end. So this is like the like essentially like the night like right after, but like it's still dark out. So everybody has their like full rest. You all have like your full hit points. I believe you got like half of your hit dice.
Yeah, but because we took 2 long rests, we should be at all our hit dice.
Yeah.
Right. Because I'm also just like doing the things. Because we spent a number of hours doing our potions and getting everything ready with the ship and all, but we should still have some extra amount of time.
Yes. So you have like maybe like 2 or 3 hours before like the ship is on you guys. So whatever like preparation, anything, do that, and then you will have some time to like, I don't know, say goodbye.
Oh god.
Yeah, because there's a couple things I wanted to do before this was like in holy shit mode. Right. Just a little.
What did you want to do?
I wanted to speak with the captain.
Okay.
Okay.
As
Okay.
as everybody's like running around, you like find the captain in like a quick moment to chat.
I don't think it would have happened while it was running around. I mean, like,
Oh, okay, okay.
night
Did you want to
before.
do this
Because
before?
did we even celebrate at all?
Very
Rico was
briefly,
gonna get the
honestly.
good- Exactly. Rico was gonna get like the beers and everything to get the good shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get at here. But yeah, because like,
All right, Alec.
Oh,
do you
sorry,
wanna...
sorry. So, no, okay, okay. So like, I think I'm misunderstanding. So like, you guys had
yeah,
like
I mean, night before
day,
the end of the world.
the day, and then like you like slept. So like, you guys have
Yeah.
time, and then like this is the next day where like all of the things with like the
Yeah.
ship were taken care of. Yeah. So like,
Next
if
day
you
is when
guys
everything goes down. I'm still trying to have the day before.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Bookkeeping, right? I did wanna find at least a knock on the captain's quarters specifically.
All right.
I'm in.
Hello. I'm not trying to intrude or nothing. I just
You ain't intruding on anything.
all right. Figured you were like the only person on the ship who I could really trust to have. Well, I have a bit of a situation here. Kind of turns his face for like a little bit of his like unruly beard has been like kind of torn a little. It's like very patchy on like half of his face. Got a
Oh,
bit of-
what kind of... This is just unacceptable. What happened?
You ever see a chest try to like eat you alive?
No.
Yeah, no, that thing's terrifying, and a lot of this really sticky kind of adhesive saliva thing going on. I collected some from potions, but yeah, it kind of fucked me up a bit. So if there was ever any excuse to try and clean myself up a bit, trim this down, figure now's the time.
You want my help with that?
I imagine you're the only person on the ship I could really trust to have the right tools. So, a bit, yeah,
All right.
that's all right with you.
I'm fine with that, but I'm gonna count this as a favor.
Of course, yeah. No, I appreciate it.
He goes underneath his bed and pulls out like a small case that has like a bunch of just different like surprisingly well kept like barber's tools.
Yes. All right. It's been a long time. Never really had the time to take care of
Yourself?
in a way, sure. Yeah.
All right. Lean your head back.
Mhm.
Just he's going to be very delicate while he's just like kind of evening you out as best as he can.
Yeah.
It's kind of just ripped off in like little patches, so it's proving a little difficult to like fully.
It'll grow in fine in a couple days, maybe.
It'll grow and fine in a
Not so
couple
much.
days, but in order to like have it be full again, he needed to like shave off like bits.
Yeah. I know I kind of avoided you for a while. I know it just
Look,
sort of-
with that, I don't blame you, man. With that mark on your face, I'd avoid any other dwarf.
Yeah. I also wanted to kind of pick your brain a bit, because you might know things that I don't. I have something on me now. He sort of reaches into the bag at his hip and quietly pulls out Grovel Thrash.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on a second. I didn't know this was a fucking assassination attempt.
Nah, I'm not. It ain't about that. Look,
You just hear the whisper from Growlflash.
this was in that temple underwater, and It's weird because it belongs to us. At least this was made for folk like us. I can hear it. It
Don't
sings.
give that to me.
What?
Just hand it to me.
I'm just saying it.
If you're going to ask me if I know
All
anything
right,
about this, I would
take
like
it.
to hold it.
Sorry. Take it.
He
Sorry.
holds it in his hand. This is the most beautifully crafted thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
It yeah, it is marble. I was
Curly,
hoping you.
you don't understand. I was a smith before I was a captain.
You were?
There is nothing imperfect about this hammer.
And it is one clean piece of obsidian.
It's perfectly weighted too.
Yeah. Not like a lot of other weapons I've used. It's very comfortable in my hands.
Yeah. It's got the stone in it too. You hear it sing when it swings, right?
Yeah. Other folk don't like it all that much, but it's
Well, of course they don't.
calming.
They don't appreciate the stone.
Yeah. It's very
But
calming. It's
from it we are made, from it we will return.
if you're a smith, did you know a lot about like famous smiths? Power, like the kind of folk that could make something like this.
You're gonna need to be a bit more specific than that. I know smiths, I know names, but this could have been anybody who made this.
Its creator is still in there.
What?
He called himself Denair. They made like golems, walls, war machines, said all sorts of shit, but then somehow somebody betrayed him and put him in that thing.
Give me one moment.
I just,
He looks at you, then the hammer. I recognize the name, but I don't know how they would have been put into this hammer.
yeah.
They were Denair the Terrible.
Terrible.
They created a lot of smiths that deal specifically with engineering. They call him the Father of War. He may not be the first to make anything, but he improved on all of it. He made most of the methods we make of mass producing. And he worked all of his apprentices to death. Literally. You were lucky to become a master underneath him. And if you became a master and worked underneath him, you were whipped into shape.
Mm-hmm.
But it was said that he disappeared. No one knows what happened to him. But I do know places where you can find out more.
Where I can find out more.
Yeah. But you're not going to like where I'm going to tell you to go.
What?
Either back to Orzammar, or maybe you can talk with those historians up in Dyersmead. But they might even point you back to Orzammar.
This whole thing's been so new. I haven't had any space in my mind to even worry about it. This whole thing, we were trying to put the Crescent King to rest, and there's this like darkness to the hammer.
Well, he was Daenerys the Terrible for a reason.
Yeah, it kind of. I can handle it for now. I've dealt with worse, but that kind of influence. If there's a way to free him or fix whatever's wrong with this whole thing, I think it'd just be the right thing to do. Just not have him trapped in there.
I don't know about freeing. Maybe if you can figure out how he died.
Some kind of way to at least sort of put the soul to rest, like what we were doing with the Crescent King. I don't know, like get whatever dark presence is about this out of it. I don't know. But I can hardly worry about that. Right now I just need to take whatever I can that'll make me stronger and use all of it.
Erland,
Yeah.
I implore you, be careful with this hammer. If it has a dark presence like you said, and it has been influencing you, do not underestimate it.
We understand each other. We're on the same page.
First step of manipulation is understanding, Erland.
Hey. I'm used to this kind of thing. Look, I'll be careful.
Thank you. Do not let this hammer change you.
I won't. Just it's a lot. I hardly even want to think about whatever happens after the king, because I don't know if anything happens after the king if I'm still around. Just I don't know. Go back to War Zamara. Is anything still connected to that place? You're a surfacer now, right?
I'm a surfacer. I was part of the warrior caste. If there is any remnants of my family, it ain't me, and it certainly is not my brother.
I like to think that, I don't know, some part of me is still worth finding down there. But no, it's too much risk. I didn't leave in the best circumstances. And yeah.
You want my advice on that?
What?
My brother loved the proving so much. Why don't you enter Orzammar like a goddamn champion this time?
I guess I'll say. There's one last thing. You've been a big help. If all this kind of goes, if it don't end too well for me.
Goes down the deep roads?
What?
Goes to shit? Southward?
Yeah. I'd want you to check in on one thing for me if you could.
Sure. That's favor number 2, by the way.
Yeah, I know. There are just some folk who I want to know, who, if they're still around, I want them to know that I died trying to do something good. I'll give you my writing ain't all too good. I'm mainly dealing a lot of symbols and stuff, but I've got something for you that maybe you can pass along. Maybe you know somebody that can sort of do some courier service down. down to Dust Town.
All right.
That all right?
Yeah.
All right.
But remember, you owe me one favor.
One.
I'll give this one to you for free.
All right.
If things turn sideways, it's dying man's last wish, at least.
Yeah. You're already doing a good thing, just trying to tell our story.
Are you kidding me? Do you understand how many drinks I'm gonna get after this?
Hopefully there'll still be bars to serve.
Things aren't gonna go to shit immediately.
Yeah.
Quickly,
Another
but not
world.
immediately.
Last day on Thetis.
Last day on Thetis.
I think we're all wrapped up here. I don't think it's really going to get much shorter.
Take care, friend.
See you at dinner. Huh?
Yep.
I'll leave.
Okay. Did you want to do the other thing, like while you guys are preparing for the Crescent King?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I've also got 2 things to do.
I've got one.
celebration.
I got
Oh.
one thing to do from the dinner from the night before.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, we could, yeah.
What
Last night on Thetis.
Yeah. So like last night, like you guys have maybe like 5 hours, and then like, actually, okay, I'll say this. Both Saradwin and Asan give me perception checks. If one of you gets above a 17, you can have more time to prepare.
Can I use Siren's eyes?
Yeah.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Your bird
God,
eyes.
God.
baby.
God damn it, Siren.
You want to use your one's
It's fine.
session reroll?
It's fine, Asan. I got an 18.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. So because of like your like eagle eyes, albatross eyes, I don't know. You guys have 5 hours to prepare before
Oh, thank God.
the thing happens. So you let everybody know this. Like last 5 hours, what is everyone doing? I think Brandy, did you have something to do?
I do. I wanted to talk to Sarad.
Okay.
I feel like there's just gonna be a lot of heavy roleplay
Okay, gotcha.
because I'm talking to 2 people.
Okay, well we have about an hour
Shepard
left.
also has one thing he
Yeah.
wants to do.
Oh my
I want to
God.
talk. I
Okay.
want to talk to the party, but
I mean, last day in Thetis.
Yeah.
I think they-
So, are people okay if we go like a little over? And we'll
Yeah,
try and like
I'm with
speed.
that.
We,
Yes.
and we try and like speed run our cooldown then.
Fine by
Yeah.
me.
Okay, cool. All right. Yep. Brandy, go ahead.
So, at one point, while Sarad has like landed for rest purposes, I'm just gonna be like, hey, can we talk in the kitchen, please?
Sure. Just ignore these. Those.
Yeah, the voices in our heads.
Yeah. They're very loud.
I know.
It's like the ship crews talk. All right, let's go.
So, as soon as we get to the kitchen, like, everything is hung up, everything is just clean. It looks like Brandy has, like, had her manic episode just cleaning the kitchen, and it looks like nobody has touched it.
Well, also because you still have the stamina potion in you.
That too. That helps. That helps quite a bit. So, I've been thinking,
Uh-huh.
since we put the king to rest, I overheard you talking about him laying waste to to the bay. I like being optimistic about everything, but I don't know this time. I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of this. And if something happens to me, Sarah, I want you to promise me something.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, whatever weird quest you're gonna go on to try to avenge me or bring me back, just find a way to do it without hurting anyone.
Well, I'm not the Crescent King.
Zared,
And there are different ways to resurrect people. People do it all the time.
sure. Sure. But if something happens, I want you to take the high road. I don't want you stooping down lower and lower to his level.
The Crescent King didn't have a higher being telling them where to go or how to do things. He was lost. I know exactly what to do.
And if it doesn't work,
You're talking like you're going to die.
I'm talking like it might happen.
Well, if you die, you're going to be freed. If I die, I'm stuck in this thing. So you're not allowed to die. Because if Hassan dies, then he can't free me from the sword. But if you die, you can't free me from the sword, and so we're all fucked. So you cannot die. You're legally not allowed to.
My hands are tied now, I guess. Another thing. That sword.
What about it?
I'm willing to put my ambitions aside to help you with this.
Well, it has to be uncursed at some point. It's in the mountains somewhere, but we've been trekking around in the ocean for months. And every day, I just keep getting stronger. So it's not all bad.
Sarah,
You see, Erland thinks that a talking weapon is this big supernatural deal and that it makes him go crazy or whatever. But it doesn't do that. It's a blessing. I have seen things. I have seen so many things since I picked up this. And I believe that the longer that I continue to go stronger with it, the more powerful I'm going to become. So no one will die in my hands.
still. Going to keep each other alive, okay?
You have no
And
choice.
and as a favor to you, I will keep Hassan alive.
Good. That's what matters. Because we've lived through Hydras, we've lived through so much shit. We fought the Crescent King twice already. What's a third time gonna do?
Well, we fought him once.
Well, once we've encountered him too many times.
That's true.
I'm just hoping that desecrating his grave did something. And if I do die, and she grips your shoulders for this. 1. Find a way to uncurse this sword. 2. Do not let my sister have this jacket back.
Can I have it then?
Yeah. In my will.
Oh,
You see,
man.
I wrote my will. And she whips out her book. And she like flips through like past all the bears and stuff, and you just like see a shit ton of drawings and ramblings and whatever the fuck kind of drawings there were. And then she shows you her will.
It's written in fucking crayon.
It's like unintelligible. It's written in
Blood.
Elvish. Yeah,
Nice.
there's blood on the page for whatever reason. I guess she was dying at that point. And some ancient Elvish preachings that she included in there. It is incredibly weird, unhinged, and you look into her eyes and they are so dilated.
Hey, Sarah.
What?
Brandy just like looks at you for a second. Like she has this look like she's thinking, and it's steam is coming out of her ears. And she says, "Shut up," and she kisses you.
Aw.
Oh.
Well, we're not going to die, and I'm going to make bracelet.
Oh. Hey,
Yeah.
can we do something before people interrupt us?
Sure.
Can we just sit here for a bit?
Okay. And she sits down, but she is not sitting still.
Brandy is clinging on to you for dear life.
Alright.
Hmm.
Oh, did you want to do something else?
Well, she was going to see if she could commune with the sword
Okay.
at some point. Because we questioned it during the Mermaid Temple whether or not he was attuned to this sword.
Mhm.
And what happens if people die while attuned to this or whatever.
Okay.
I forget the logistics.
Yeah, so you take some time to commune with the sword. Give me a prayer check.
Let me roll the
Should be
dice.
wisdom plus proficiency for you.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
All right, so Sarid.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you commune with the sword before you talk with Brandy.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there doing your best impression of a meditation. And you just hear arguing between 4 different people. And then as soon as you like focus in on the arguing, it just all stops. She's back. What does she
Hi.
want? I don't know. Ask her.
You guys sound so upset.
Part of regret and unfinished business includes anger.
I have been stuck on a boat in an island for months. This is not my choice.
And do you want to know where we've been stuck?
Well, I've been doing everything in my power not to get killed by all these side missions so that I could free all of you and uncurse myself.
right, before we all get back into the same argument we've been having for the past... How long has it been again?
Years. Hundreds of years.
Shut up!
It's fine. I made a contingency plan so that if anything happens to me, my brother will free us all. And if that doesn't happen, then Brandy will free us all.
The little girl and the pompous, arrogant, flamboyant wizard.
He is
Brandy.
very powerful.
Her soul must taste like sweets.
Yes.
All right, you have a contingency, but that's not why you want us, right?
Did the Crescent King ever attune to this sword?
Did not. He stole us. He did not bargain. He did not challenge. He did not do anything worthwhile. Like the thief he is, he
Oh,
stole us.
Stuck us on the back of a giant turtle, he did. We rotted there for years.
And then the environment rotted. Everything rotted. Stuck there. Months. Years. Decades. Scores. Centuries?
Perhaps.
at least I gave you some change of scenery.
The rot hasn't taken foot like it used to. It feels nice. But I would like to leave.
You will leave. We're going to land one day. And I'm going to that mountain that you showed me.
My best work.
Mm-hmm.
Unfinished.
It will be finished.
Yes, yes. But the king must die.
Hurry,
He
hurry.
will die. I just thought he attuned to this so he could be trapped in here, but that would be awful for you guys.
No. His soul. His soul is not bound to this.
It belongs to someone else. He belongs somewhere else.
Hell?
Trapped and claimed.
There
Like
are
a bear.
worse things than hell in this world.
There are worse things. The depths of the fade.
The void, the nothingness.
The
Oh, hey,
golden
guys.
city.
While you were wielding the sword when you were alive, did you feel any side effects?
No.
Yes.
No?
No.
Oh, no, we felt nothing.
You're
Nothing.
lying. You're lying.
No, no.
You are lying to me.
It is a means to an end. Everything else between here and now mean nothing.
We've never lied to you, not once, not once.
You never
Fine.
asked what the consequences were. You never do. You just do.
I mean, yeah, that's. If your god told you to jump off a bridge, you would do it.
That's how I died.
There are no gods here. There is nothing here, Zared. Do you truly think the Maker would make a prison like this?
No. Well, I mean, he is the maker. I mean, we would. Maybe.
Do you really think? Do you really think someone could create a prison like this? No. No. Even the most disgusting and vile souls wouldn't dare construct a place like this.
Then what did?
I don't know. Do I care? Why do you?
Because I need to unbind this sword and free you.
Do you feel that?
Is it back?
We hunger once more.
Oh god.
He's here.
Who's here?
I can feel him.
Drifting. Floating.
You'll see him soon.
The
You'll
Crescent
bite.
King?
You'll bite him soon. Nip of the blade.
And we will get to feel his blood. Blood.
He doesn't have any blood, just bones and bile.
Okay. I'm gonna take an aspirin. One of Erlen's potions.
You consume an aspirin. The voice is kind of quiet down.
Anyways.
Note to self, aspirin is antipsychotic.
Anyways, I'm going to listen to my other voices now and go make bracelet.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Have fun. Goodbye.
I'm gonna have so much fun, and then I unattune to the sword.
Oh.
And I'm... No, I don't unattune. I get out of that.
Cease communication.
Yeah.
Cease
Yeah,
communing.
hang up the call.
communication. And then, like, she gets up from the floor and she grabs a pair of scissors, and Brandy stops her, and that's when that whole conversation happens.
Okay. You and Brandy spend the rest of the evening, after you've, like, prepared, spend the rest of the evening awaiting. Who wants to go next?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I've got something for Sarid.
Oh.
If
Here.
I have a moment to steal her away from Brandy.
She's like, okay, Brandy, I have to go to the bathroom real quick.
I think maybe like Asan knocks on the door and just asks if like you can talk. You don't have to sneak away.
Can I borrow Sarid for a second?
Yeah. Hey,
Come on.
Asan, while I have you here,
Oh. Yeah.
if I don't make it, can you take the letters off of my bag and go north to my old town? They're addressed, so... No, they have the name of the town on them.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, you're looking for a man named Nicholas.
Nicholas, got it.
Brandy reluctantly lets go of Sarid.
Alright, Osan. I'm gonna be real with you. You're gonna come with me to a mirror. I gotta do something. And you can talk behind me. That's great. Okay, bye. Let's go.
Okay. Sorry, I was writing down what Brandy asked me to do, so I don't,
So what is Saradwin doing?
So she sits down at the mirror and just starts taking these scissors. And Asan is just like staring at her and it's like, that's just regular Saradwin. There's nothing wrong with her.
Are you gonna cut your hair?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut my hair.
No, man, it's bad bitch mode. She's getting a haircut.
Yeah, I'm getting a
Mental
haircut.
breakdown mode, dude.
Well, I mean, they go hand in hand. You have a mental breakdown, you cut your hair, and then you feel like a bad bitch.
Yes. At least I didn't cut my bangs again.
Ooh, that was not a good look for you.
I know. People were calling me bad names.
Like maggot.
like maggot. But with an emphasis. I am not a bundle of skin.
Anyways, I know I don't always say it, but I'm so happy that we're best friends.
Son.
Yeah?
Continue. And she's like cutting her hair, like hacking it off on her side, the sides of her head.
I just want to tell you how much how much I'm happy that you came with me.
I had no purpose in that village, and you know that. You were my only friend.
Everyone else just didn't realize how great you were yet.
I was a mistake, Asan.
No. Asana's gonna wait for her to stop clipping her hair with scissors and then go in for a hug.
She goes to the other side too. I have 2 bracelets to make. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm going to, just when Sarah, puts down the sharp object, I'm gonna give her a very big hug.
And she is sobbing, by the way. Her face is wet. She has been crying.
And I know it's not the same way that, Brandy loves you, but I hope you know I love you too.
I love you so much, Asan. And it is a devotion that goes beyond the divine.
I'll watch
And
your
that
back.
says a lot.
Well, last day in Thetis, right?
You will free me from this sword if anything happens, right? Because I do not want to spend a millennium or eons with a bunch of crotchety people arguing in a sword.
Yeah, can imagine someone else owning your soul isn't going to be pleasant.
Yeah, and then you're just hungry all the time, which is awful.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't make it, just make sure I'm laid to rest. You know, all the elvish customs.
I do. And she kind of like grips onto you with like a force strength that's insanely hard.
Ow,
Cracks your
ow.
spine a little.
Sarah, too tight.
You're not gonna die. You hear me? You're not gonna die. Shut up. You're not gonna die. Do not even say those words.
Go to sleep.
You will not die.
I love you.
If you die, I will start the apocalypse. Not for Brandy, because Brandy specifically asked me to, but you, I know you would allow me to start the apocalypse for you, so I will do that.
Just, if you can, make sure my gravestone's pretty.
Of course! I know how to draw a song.
Maybe hire a painter.
Wow.
Sarah, you are wonderful at a lot of things, but I've let you borrow my painting supplies before I know how it turns out.
I take out my notebook, I'm like, I thought you were better. And then
It's like stick figures.
No,
it's really bad
not.
anime drawings.
No, it's not. I drew pictures. I don't know where they are. Oh, wait, I do.
Hiroshi Sasuke.
I do know where they are.
Sasuke.
Okay, I have pictures to send in chat.
Okay. Anyone else? I think Shepard, you said you wanted to do something?
I've got another person.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
So yeah. After that heart-wrenching scene, I'm going to pull Indra aside.
Okay. I think you find him just like praying, like off in a corner, because he's like trying to like be really busy, but just finds like a quick moment, and you just hear him go, "Let the blade pass through the flesh, let my blood touch the ground, let my cries touch their hearts, let mine be the last sacrifice," like over and over and over again.
Sorry to interrupt your alone time.
Oh. Do you need something?
I just wanted to talk for a second. I'll make it quick.
Okay.
We've all been through a lot, but I know you've been through a lot that you don't talk about. And I just wanted to say, when you're ready to let yourself be happy again, my favorite flower are dawn lotuses.
You see, like, him blink. Okay. I'm sure Saradwin can pick flowers for you.
Ah, God. You are denser than that plate armor.
It's chainmail. I didn't get a chance to get plate armor. Okay, listen.
Indra! His favorite flowers, Indra. Caca.
Why are you a bird?
She's not a bird. She's just saying caca.
In the corner. Caca! Oh, God. You are dense.
What happens?
I don't do goodbyes, okay?
It's not a goodbye.
Sure sounds
You owe me
like
a
one.
date for punching me in the face.
What?
He's asking you on a date.
Eyes go wide. I will be honest, I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, God. You are blind.
Okay, not that I'm saying I didn't think about it, but I'm just, like, it's not a great moment right now for me to, like, process all of this. We have a fucking...
I know. When you're ready.
Maker.
When you're ready to let yourself.
You made things a lot more difficult than they had to be.
I mean,
Don't
it
I
doesn't have
always?
to be
That's who I
that
am.
difficult.
Fuck.
Could be your last kiss.
Sarah, get out!
He runs
This
away.
was like literally 30 seconds after Son's like, I love you. Sarah, get out of the fucking room.
He runs away.
Truly sibling love.
I didn't plan on being here this long. You gotta understand that.
I know.
I don't want to be here. I have things to do.
Look, I'm giving you an offer. You don't need to accept it. Alright?
It's not that I don't want to. It's the fact that I don't know if we're gonna stick together after this. And I don't want to do something and then have to say goodbye.
Then don't give me an answer.
Fine.
But don't die. That's not allowed either.
I don't plan on it.
Good.
Make an insight check.
I'm great at those. Just so great at those. Hey, I am great at those.
You are great at them.
Every time I do that, I roll well.
You heard I didn't plan on being here this long, and I don't plan on dying. And you see a packed bag.
Were you going to leave
I
after
was
this?
going to... Not after. I was going to ask Erland and Ilaria to come with me.
You're going to let him tear down Dyer's mood?
That wouldn't be my problem. No, you had to go and fucking ruin all of that. You and Sarah and everyone else. I don't know. It was going to be a question. I wasn't going to leave without asking the two of them. But I didn't want to give them no choice. They're here because of me. And if they got tangled
If they
up
were
in-
here because of you, they would have left a long time ago.
Would they have? We have one boat, Asan.
You could have gotten any boat.
We didn't exactly give
nowhere.
them time to stop and talk, you know? Erlin's the kind of guy that will just say yes to whatever as long as it somehow in like whatever version in his mind gets him closer to his goal. And Ilaria doesn't really have much to live for. I do. And I care about those people because they're here because of me. And if they said no, I would have stayed. But this was a precaution.
Letting a city burn doesn't affect you in any way.
People die all the time. You want me to be there every single time?
You can't be everywhere, but you're here.
Do you honestly believe that we have any chance?
A good chance? No. A chance? Yes. I would fucking die before I let a town burn when I could have stopped it.
And that's noble of you, and that makes you a good person. But I never said I was a good person.
Why do you punish yourself like this?
I have things I need to do. You, of all people, know that.
Yeah. But this is bigger than me, and it's bigger than you.
Well then, you should be glad you caught me when you did. If there's nothing else, I do want to talk to them.
Yeah, sure. And the son is just going to walk out and slam the door shut.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's great roleplay. I'm not upset at you, Alec.
Indra will get Erland and Ailaria into a room with him. And essentially just kind of flat out say, there's still a chance for all of us to leave.
What?
Do you have gravel in your fucking ears? I'm saying, if you don't want to be in this fight, there's still a chance for us to leave.
And go where?
Where the fuck were you going in the first place? Not to our deathbed, at least.
I ain't gonna fight you on this. I want to, but look, I should have expected, I should have thought. We were giving the crew a choice, but we didn't really sit down and give ourselves a choice on whether or not we actually wanted to go through with all this.
No, for the past 3 months, it's just been go, 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 and then no exploration of why the fuck we're even here.
Look,
We're involved in a war now,
it's hard to
Erland.
explain that I can't say no to this fight. I don't.
Yeah, your stupid beliefs or whatever the fuck.
It's not that. I need to stop the king. I need to stop them from. Look, I may not be the same kind of sappy as the others are, right? There's mood. I don't care all too much. I'll be real.
Then
Look,
why are we
he can
here?
kill who he wants to kill. He can't get the Maker's finger to where he's gonna bring it. He can't. That deal can't go through.
It's not. We don't even know what it does. All that fucking Leona's guy said was that it imbues people with lyrium. But like, how?
If there's even a chance that it actually works,
Mages use it all
the
the
king
time.
isn't. The king isn't the one I'm scared of. Somehow, the king is not the one I'm scared of. He can make himself whole. He can make his crew into something even worse than they already are. But if he gets that to Twinter, I can't. I can't just run now. Okay? So if that's what you want, I ain't gonna stop you. But I can't go with.
If he's not the one you're scared of, then why the fuck are we fighting him? What, some Tevinter mage has you on edge?
Laurie, what do you think about all this?
I don't want to say this, but you, she looks at Indra, may not have a problem with lyrium, but it's only for mages for a reason. And I really don't want to see the Tevinters get their hands on it.
Since when are you involved?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I mean, I die here, I die there, I die back home. It doesn't make a difference, but at least I could die doing something. Having done something.
No fucks given, huh?
It's gotten me this far.
Whatever.
I know it's hard for us to understand each other, just... What time is it?
8.
Like in game.
Oh,
In-game.
in-game? Oh, yeah, maybe, like, 2 or 3 hours
2-3 hours for what?
before. All the
Okay.
preparations have been made and your lifeboats are ready to go. So it's mostly just like kind of waiting until he approaches.
Look, can we just like come together for like a last meal or something? Just clear out the air and say what we need to say.
Can Indra make a insight check on Erland?
Yes.
Okay,
This feels
DM.
so fucking like shifty. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Make an insight check.
Alright. That was insight. 19.
That's pretty good. He seems to be holding back a lot. He seems to have been like holding back for like a while for a lot of different things. And like he's just like struggling to really like get himself to talk. So he just wants to like leave, sit down, and like try to, I don't know. He seems very like intent on something.
You see, like, as you say, like, can we just come together, Indrig kind of, like, almost slows down as if he's, like, been cruising on, like, anxiety for the past, like, day, and just, like, takes a moment and goes, yeah, okay, we can do that.
You can leave afterwards.
I'm not leaving, that was just I was going to ask if you wanted to leave because I didn't want it on my fucking conscience that I brought you here and didn't do anything to get you out, so I'm not leaving. I think Hassan would kill me.
Stop it. Alright, look. You don't got a lot of time. Just let's just meet with it.
Alright. Before that happens, Shepard, you wanted to do something?
Yeah, my thing's not going to take very long.
Alright. No worries.
So, Shepard just finds a mirror, and he wants to apply his Vitar.
Okay.
Okay. Which one are you playing?
It's still going to be the poison spider, but the matter in which he applies it's going to be different. He is going to remember what the Crescent King's flag looks like, and sort of paints the crescent moon on his face. And he also, around like his features, paints his face to look like a skull and crossbones going through the crescent moon.
Ooh. Okay, let me ask you. Are you doing this in a way of like I am painting myself with like the visage of the enemy, or are you doing it in a way to like reclaim the moon and like death?
Yes, the second one.
Okay.
And I guess it's kind of like it's the enemy symbol, and I'm going to be the reason it goes down.
Okay.
So, he just looks in a mirror and says, "The Crescent King falls." And that's it.
Alright. You all gather at like Indra, Ilaria, and Erland all kind of like gather everybody. Just like a quick knock on the door, Brandy and Sarah, when you've been like interrupted for the second time tonight. So someone like Indra just like peeks in, closes his eyes, and goes, "Okay, can you guys come out? We want to have like a family dinner or whatever the fuck."
You're
and
making bracelets.
closes the door. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
What does that mean? What is that term?
Just I look at Brady looks at Cerd. What's his problem?
Indra's so gay he doesn't want to look at women.
He doesn't like women. Let's go.
Eyes.
Because at least it's like, because Erlen would hope, right, that like in this like last couple hours, right, like he'd be able to at least coordinate with Brandy to just have like a last meal.
Like on death row.
Something.
Oh god.
What was the last supper of Jesus?
Brandy
At least coordinate with like Paramji.
Honestly, no.
Yeah.
If you
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to say if he asks Brandy, like Brandy would have a thing for this.
Oh, okay.
You have a thing for that? You always have a thing for this. Good job.
Of course I do.
Well, you said honestly no, so it was like.
No, did I?
Yeah.
Well, no. I meant honestly no. I if Erland asks me, I will get up and do because I have a thing for this.
Okay, so what are Brandy and Erland doing for dinner?
Erland.
Yep.
Is there a dish that you haven't had in a while that you want to have?
It ain't just about me, you know. I don't exactly find out. Don't think we can find love anytime soon. It's alright. Look, anything you make, I'd be happy to die. put that in my go.
Okay.
I do have a bit of a sweet tooth, so.
I think I have an idea for that then. Alec.
Yeah.
Specifically for the dinner section. Brandy's going to break out her own cookbook, not like experimenting, not doing anything, just her small little notebook of just
Okay.
recipes, and she's going to go to the very end. And if Erland is nosy and looks at the cookbook, it's not in Brandy's handwriting.
Oh, neat.
Hey, whose cookbook is that?
I'm gonna cry. Cool.
And Brandy is going to make everyone just a very simple pan-seared fish with just potatoes of just any variety, honestly. For one dish, she's just like, I'm gonna mash these. For another dish, it's gonna be baked. For another one, she's just gonna split them open and fry them.
Sweet.
It's a lot of fucking.
And for Erlen specifically, she's going to make the same thing, but on the side, she is going to try. She's going to try and like take out coconut shavings.
Aw. Fancy.
All right. The table is set, and I assume like you're all having this dinner in like your own quarters. The crew kind of knows not to like bother you, though I'd say like individuals have like come up to each and one of you and have just kind of given you like a pat on the shoulder, or just kind of like one of those smiles that's like, good luck. Yeah.
I'd be willing to have the crew in on this too. You know, we should.
The
Maybe
smile
do they want something?
It's more so like, do you want the crew to know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Then yeah, if like everybody's okay with it, the crew joins you for the meal.
So we know what we're up against, right? We seem not too far now, do we?
You have maybe 2 hours left.
Yeah.
I made gifts.
What?
You do what now?
I made gifts. You could see that Sarah like cut the sides of her hair, and she just kind of like holds up 2 bracelets made out of her own hair. One for you. The other one's for you. All right, continue. She
Who
handed
is
to
you
Brandy
and
and Assam.
Okay,
Guess,
I was about to
like,
say
guess.
the guess.
One for you, Indra, my best friend.
Here you go.
That's
Here you go, Erlen, my hair.
that's a little creepy, but all right, fair enough.
Brandy just puts it on without questioning it.
We
Women things.
Asan makes like a really like perturbed look where he's just like, okay, and puts it on.
Thank you.
He's used to this.
I
He's
made
used to
you
it. He's still
3
gonna
hair
give it a questioning
bracelets.
look.
Where are the other 2, Asan? Continue.
Yeah, I wanted to get us kind of all on the same page. I mean, we already know the plan. We already kind of know what we're here to do. But you know, if there's any time, it'd be now, right? Why? You know, that's just one thing I want to know. Whoever wants to share, I guess. Why are you doing this? Why are you risking your life? Why are you fighting the king? You know, what kind of makes you want to do all this? I guess. It's hard to ask people to throw themselves in harm's way like this. You know, helps to kind of understand you better.
Hassan caught me before I could leave.
Yeah. You don't have to talk about it. Okay.
Wait, did Indra just say that in front of everyone?
Yeah.
You tried to leave?
I was going to ask Ilaria and Erland to leave with me if they wanted to, and they said no, so I'm staying.
Noble.
Is that what we
Nice.
all are now? We noble?
No, I think you can read through the 7 layers of sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Indra.
If it's gonna be another fucking lecture, Brandy, I'm really not in the mood.
No. That would have been smart. He's used
There
to
should
fighting
be a
on this.
choice.
If this is a low chance of survival, regrouping and leaving before things get worse is actually smart.
You're just gonna keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yep,
doing.
you got it, Brandy.
Is it? Because if you don't want to be here, I don't feel like it'd be fair to force you.
It's less fair that I'm the reason you guys are here and I don't see it out with you.
But yeah. Is everyone noble, or are y'all the type that want to try to save the world? If that really is what we're doing.
If I have the power to help people, and I squander that gift, there's really no point in being here.
I mean,
I don't
good
mean
guy.
like here on the ship, I mean like
Yeah.
here. Gestures vaguely to Thetis.
And Shepard, you aren't even here for this. You're here for your sheep, right? Your flock. What makes you want to stay? Fat the bastard.
I want to protect everyone here.
Real sappy. I just want it to be known that I'm no hero. Look, I do a lot of this stuff. I try to look out for y'all. It's a lot of old habits, but I've thought a lot about the kind of person you've come to know. And for once, I want to be a little honest. At least honest in the fact that I've lied to you, all of you, over and over. I've been working at least a little bit on it with Nadim. He's been good on how to open up, let people know me for me, right? But it's obviously difficult. But no better time than the present, right? I'm not afraid of the Crescent King. I mean, I am afraid. I'm scared shitless, but really, he's not the biggest thing on my mind. Okay. Some of y'all might have heard something. I've had a couple different stories I've told over the years about how everything went down. But these, he holds up his hands with bandages. Yeah, I told y'all this is an injury, and that's not entirely wrong. Brandy, I might have told you once that this was a mining accident, that a wall collapsed and trapped my hands in there while I was in the lyrium vein. But yeah, that's the upside to not hanging around a lot of dwarves, because they take one look at my face and they know that's shit. A lot of bullshit. I'm not the mining caste, so it'd be a miracle if I even got a gig like that. It's hard to believe as that might be. Yeah, we don't get opportunities like that. No. I was hurt, but it was not like that. And, if I'm gonna die, I want to have at least one meal with people I consider my friends. Just kind of let it all be out there. So he'll start just picking at the bottom of his bandages on his left arm, and then slowly just go about peeling off bit by bit, and on his arms, just immediately as he spirals up his forearm, there's just the deep, sprawling veins of blue, like a deep corruption that seeped into his very blood as he spirals up his left hand. And he gets to his wrist and he kind of pauses, takes a deep breath, but he starts to unravel the rest.
Indra looks
And
away.
It's a sight. He reveals his one hand, and it trembles, without him even doing anything. It trembles always by itself. And embedded in the top of his hands look to be these small, inch-ish, half-inch size, just stones of lyrium. And they're in these messy, jagged cuts. It's unnerving how it's been sort of grafted into his tendons, into his bones, into his knuckles, not just in between them. And it just litters the tops of his hand. And this just rough, ugly tapestry of skin and rock. It's like painful to look at. And the skin on the hand itself is this deep, dark, withered look. It was badly burned and never fully healed over. The blue, it seeps through the skin, and patches of it like glows nearly translucent through it in that same unnatural shade of blue. And he undoes his left hand, he undoes his right hand, and he sits there, just laid bare, with his trembling hands. And he just goes, "A long time ago, I don't remember it all too well, but I was drunk, pretty drunk, and I told y'all the story of that one bad day, that one bad job that went wrong. This is what happened afterwards. I was in deep, real deep, after nearly beating my colleague to death and leaving him to die or be caught. And I basically let myself be sold into what I thought was just a regular protection gig. But they brought me to the surface, and Dr. Priscilla Lucan took me in. She did this to me and a lot more people like me. People from the underground who wouldn't be missed.
Didn't Leonis mention that name?
Yeah, she's some kind of scientist, probably disgraced by now, I don't know.
You didn't say anything then?
I didn't want to talk about this. Look, I didn't know she was alive.
Fuck.
I thought I killed her. Look, when these things were put in me, I don't know what she did. I don't know if it was delirium or if she had some kind of magic, but it messed with my head. There's long stretches of time, months, years maybe, that I can't remember, that are like, they're like just long stretches of me, and it's like I'm not in control. I I hurt people. She made me hurt people. She made me hurt others like me. It wasn't all just in the hands. Some of them had it sprawling up their legs. Some of them had large, pulsing, beating hearts of lyrium. And they were dying. All of us were dying. But I'm still here. Somehow, I don't know how. I'll hear her voice in my head.
So you're saying
But
we're up against what did that to you?
I'm saying that if she gets the Maker's finger, then whatever they were using us for, if we were some kind of test, right? Since we could take the surgery better than others, if we dwarves were able to resist delirium, then I don't know. It's that idea, you know? You put that into mages, unlimited mana, and suddenly
An
you've
army.
got soldiers. You've got an army. Look, I really thought. I don't know how. I fought through it somehow. That haze that she put me in. And when I came to, I had her neck in between my hands, my lyrium burning through her skin. I thought I thought it was over. Her guards just dead. I I ran and I thought it was over. But I guess it's not. And this time I need to finish it. If she was doing it to me, to the others, what she could do to the world, I just I don't know. I don't know if y'all did this to me, but somehow I don't know. I can't. I can't keep running anymore. That's what I've been doing for years now. Ever since Arya found me in Hazmal. Ever since they helped get me to Starkhaven. You know.
So when we've been hearing of talks about what Tevinter is planning, you knew all along?
I had a good guess, I guess. It's impossible to know what they're planning. I know, I know what she's like. And she was relentless. It didn't matter how many bodies, it didn't matter how many people failed the surgery. She would keep trying, keep trying. And I did a lot better than what others did. That's why they wanted me in the first place. I was a dwarf who could take a lot of punishment. All right, that's my old boss used to know that very well. I was resilient. I've just been, I've always just been good at pushing through the pain. So I survived this. I survived however long it was I was stuck in her service. And I don't know. I didn't want to. I didn't want to die without y'all understanding what keeps me up at night, what I've been doing all this for.
I think, like, for the first time, everyone sees, like, genuine, like, fear on Indra's face. What is everybody else, like, reacting with to this news?
Just honestly, like, pure shock. Like, just jaw open, like,
Yeah.
wow.
Brandy can't even look at like Erland. She's just staring at his injury.
You grow up hearing about monsters. You just never think you'd meet one in the flesh.
Alright, well, that's another person to kill.
Our list is getting longer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. That, Indra, is who I'm afraid of. More than even the Crescent King. If what he has gets to his destination. Things she could do.
Fuck, dude. This is a lot.
I don't know. And we shouldn't. Look, I don't want to distract y'all. We still have the matter at hand. I just. For once. I guess I just. I
How's
trust you all.
how's Shepard reacting to all of this?
Shepard, like, pretty much has not, like, lost eye contact with Erland, like, just, like, when he was going over everything, he was following.
I'm sure this
Erland,
answers a lot of your questions.
Erland, whatever you need in order to stop this person, I will help every inch of the way as long as I can.
I know you will, big guy. So yeah, this is what I'm stuck with. This is why I can do what I do. So, I already know some of y'all understand this well, but delirium, I'm able to use it. It's grown stronger with me. And so I'm able to at least jolt you with some energy, right? The same kind of energy that flows through me and keep you alive. I can also hurt people with it. I've kept that to myself. Because I've already seen what unrestrained delirium can do to a person. And it ain't pretty. But I'm getting more desperate because at first I thought this was killing me, and to an extent I still think it is, but as this energy grew, I felt better. Didn't feel that same kind of pain. I didn't feel that same. It. At this point, I'm more afraid of living than I am of dying, because he sort of points at what's now trailing a bit further than half of his forearm. These veins, the blue, they didn't extend past my wrists not too long ago.
So it can grow?
It has spread. Yeah. It's grown stronger. I felt more of it. And my biggest fear is that the more it grows, it might I don't know. I might lose myself again.
Could
I might hear her again.
could it infect other people who haven't had it instilled in them?
I don't know. I just kept to myself. Treated my injuries. I don't let anyone else see them. One of the first things I ever learned was like a burn cream. Not so much you can do when you're constantly being seared from the inside out. And the skin never really loses that texture. But, yeah. That's almost everything. So, if we live through all this, y'all know what I'm fighting for and why I need to get to Defender.
Fuck.
Hey, let's not think about that, right? Let's have a great meal in front of us. So, thanks, Brandy. He'll start eating, but his hands never stop trembling.
And with that, we'll end today's session.
Damn.